Good evening. All right. What year is it? Oh, good. 2000. Phantom Menace on VHS. Jar Jar Binks, y'all. Phone simulation, phone simulation, phone simulation. 2000. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sing it with me. Let me hear you. Phone simulation, phone simulation, phone simulation. 2000. All right, all right. Not bad. Give it up for your host, Mark Hornback, the well-hung daddy. Well, phone simulation, phone simulation, phone simulation. 2000. I'm gonna see you at the fun. What? Wash your jeans, bring your notebook, bring your jokes. We got a microphone at the phone simulation, phone simulation, phone simulation. 2000. Thank you so much. You're too kind. Is this thing off? Oh, you're laughing at me. Still counts.
Hey everybody, welcome to Fun Simulation 2000. That was our theme song. Thank you to Kevin McComb. He's a frequenter of the open mic as well. He wrote it for us. It's pretty awesome. If you're not familiar with our mic, we're based out of Chicago, out of Reed's Local, typically on Sunday nights when we're not in quarantine or lockdown. It's an indoor bar, so live shows have not started back up. They are still open for takeout and delivery on Fridays and Saturdays, and I am drinking an adult Capri Sun right here called a Killer Piñata. It's fantastic. I had one last week, and that was as much as I needed to drink last week during the show. It has a lot. I was trying to find the ingredients, and the ingredients are printed right on it. Overproof rum, white rum, dark rum, orange juice, cranberry juice, pineapple juice, house sour mix. So good luck making that at home. That's a lot of ingredients to round up to recreate. So I recommend going there if you are in Chicago. Otherwise, we're going to start this out. Stick around until the end of the open mic. We do a fun little thing called the fastest minute in comedy. We've done that for a few years now. If you stick around, I go through the list one more time. You get a 1 minute. You do 1 minute speed round. And when you do that, I mean, it's a redemption round, but nobody's ever redeemed themselves. Like if you do bad initially, you're not going to do any better the second time around. That's kind of just the laws of comedy. You don't get better in 35 minutes. You could try though. Please try. It's fun. It's a little hectic. It's really fun. I will send a message to you directly if you for your light. I'm going to light you at 1 minute. If you run it too long, I'll just take the spotlight off and mute you just because we like to keep it moving around here. You can't run lights just because it's online. Just because I can't physically remove you from the stage. It's all good. I'll do that. What else do we around here? If you ask how much time you have left, it's automatically 1 minute. We don't waste time. It's a way to bail out too. And if you have less than a minute and you ask how much time you have left, it doesn't reset to a minute. That's your set. Just quit. Don't keep resetting the timer on me. I hate when people do that. I'm glad I made a rule about it because we had a long set. No, I think the longest that we've ever had was, and there was a blizzard, and we had David Gavry did 26 minutes, I think, because we had 3 comics, and I just said do as long as you want, and he did 26 minutes. So no one will beat that. And then I think second place Hannibal Buress stopped by and did 16 minutes. So even he didn't even do 26 minutes. He probably had enough of that. Otherwise, I'm going to probably get this rolling. I'm doing all the tech stuff myself, so it's kind of hard to focus on the comedy, the list, the camera work, and everything else. Guys, have fun tonight. It's a fun time. It's what I call fun simulation. At least fake it if you can't have fun. Just pretend. Just pretend. That's what comedy's all about, is pretending things. Our first comedian, I know her. She is based out of Chicago. Super excited about this. Super excited to have her up first. Very funny, very talented. Laura Hogg.
Hi, thank you so much. Yes, excited to have me. I'll be drooling on my pillow very soon. That drink sounds great, Mark. I always like a cocktail that gets rid of a UTI, but also gives you a DUI simultaneously. It's important. I like that. It's like nothing is really happening in your life then, right? Like good, it balances out. And I can't believe so many people are here. It's so late. I'm like, am I the only one who feels deeply in this pandemic? I'm exhausted. So I was thinking about flip-flops and how envious I am of people who wear flip-flops all the time because they seem like they don't take life so seriously. I don't know if any of you wear flip-flops all the time, but I always feel like people that wear them, they're the kind of people that you would describe as wearing life like a loose cloak, And but I feel like also people who wear them and don't take life seriously probably won't take like your life seriously or my life seriously. Like, dude, chill. I know you need your half of the rent, but like slow your roll, uh the they also, I can never feel totally comfortable around somebody who wears them all the time because I'm like, what if the world goes to war? You cannot be in that footwear. I am not going to be able to count on you. Which reminds me, I was having breakfast with a friend of mine, and we went shopping at the Gap, and I won't go into a long story of what she's about. I'll just tell you this story. It'll give you a good idea. She was looking at a skirt and she wanted to buy this skirt, but it had a ruffle on it. And she said, I don't know. It looks good on me, but I don't know if I should buy it because, and she paused and I realized I knew what she meant. Because you can't be wearing a ruffle if the shit goes down. Like, so, right, she didn't get the skirt because you got to be prepared. So you might have guessed I was a punk rocker when I was younger. I'm not anymore. That's why I can say it, because when you're not allowed to say it because that's fucking bullshit. That's right. I say the joke all the time, but it's the truth and people need to know. Being a punk for me was, for a lot of people, it was political and fuck the system and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know why. I spent my entire youth wanting to impress many people who are dead now. I feel like I will still, they'll be closing the lid on me and I'll be like, am I cool? I also, like, being punk for me meant pretending to hate Madonna. Every time, Borderline came on the radio, I just had to restrain myself from dancing with joy. So, yeah, that's, you know what? That's really all I wanted to try.
Yeah. Thank you.
I give my minute back to the room.
Yeah, back to the room. Yes, we're raising minutes tonight, guys.
For the children.
The children need time. The children need time. They don't use their time well. Actually, we should be raising time for old people, just elderly. They need every minute counts, man. You got to get everything in order. Get your life in order.
Or punk rockers.
I love Laura. I love seeing her. I like that we would, like, a lot of times we would get booked on the same shows, and I think it was just because people got through like the H's in the comedies and Chicago, and they're like, Hornback, Hog, yeah, there we go. Who else? We got here. I don't know. It's weird. People book shows though. That's great. I was gonna miss me. This is gonna be really great. She's really funny. You'll really enjoy her. Please welcome. I'm just trying to find in the scroll through right now. Oh, you have a space background. Sophia Chavez.
Yes.
Woo.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me. There's a lot going on outside. I'm in Washington, D.C. There's like protests literally outside my window right now. I, however, am immunocompromised. So as much as I want to be out there and support the cause, I have to do it from inside. So what I've been doing is staying up all night watching live streams of protests and reading Facebook posts, which is not the healthiest lifestyle, I'll admit. It's like you're dealing with your outrage and sadness by adding a healthy dose of insomnia and internet trolls. It's not a good idea. But even online, like there's so much out there and there's so many opinions and information. It's hard to like figure out what's going on. Like I don't know what's going on with the algorithms. I don't know how algorithms work. I'll tell you why. A couple of days after the protest started, this is the ad that Facebook sent me in my feed. This, if you can't see it, it's a dating ad featuring this lovely gentleman who happens to be a police officer.
Oh no!
Because Facebook must have realized that I am super attracted. I'll tell you why. To realize that I'm super attracted to white cops these days.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, Facebook, read the room, will you? In case you're thinking that this must have been a freak blip in the algorithm, well, I have news for you.
Oh no.
I got a second one.
Oh no!
Why does
Ew.
that even exist? Is this because everyone's out there breaking up with their white cop husbands and boyfriends? And if it's protesters, I applaud you. You're making change. There is something interesting in this second ad. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. Okay, he's going to start working less. Guys, I think I have figured out how I can contribute to the movement. Be the white cop, get him off the streets. It's not easy, but changing the world never is. Right? Okay. Another thing I've been thinking about doing is we need to address anti-Blackness among Asian communities, mine included, and we need to start by telling our parents, our Asian parents, to stop calling the police on people of color. Like my mother is very high anxiety. She's easily frightened, and she's done it once. She did it one time. She called the police on a person of color. And that person was me. Yeah. And when I was in high school, I was at home alone one day and I had taken a shower and I had put on a bathrobe and I had put my hair in a towel and I had gone to my bedroom and I shut the door and I was rocking out to Counting Crows on my double tape deck in case anyone was wondering how old I am. Mother came home in the middle of this and she entered the house, my very high anxiety, easily frightened Asian immigrant mother, and she heard a noise from upstairs and she froze in the entryway to the house and she called up the stairs in 2 languages, the top of her lungs. She was like, who is it? Who is it? Go on, who's up there? And I was an ignorant teenager rocking out to Counting Crows on my double tape deck in case you were wondering how old I am. Anything. Well, the next thing I know, there's a bang, 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 bang on my bedroom door. I tightened up my bathrobe. I was like, what the fuck? Adjusted my hair towel. I slowly opened the door, and there's a police officer in. Looked at me, and he goes, do you live here? And I, being the bratty kid I was like, no, sir. I just broke in to take a shower. Yeah, that's the kind of kid I was. I thought, you know what this police officer would appreciate right now? A healthy dose of sarcasm from a bratty teenager. He did not appreciate that. The story ends with the cop saying to my mom, ma'am, it's your daughter. I'm thinking about that story and I realized 2 things. One, I am also a person of color, but I am a very privileged one because I'm alive today to tell that story. And 2, people of color should not be calling the cops on their kids. Unless it is Bill Cosby, then maybe it's okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's my thing.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. We gotta get the white cops off the streets and into your sheets. That's where they gotta go.
I gotta come up with a better ending to that because that's not.
Yeah. No, I imagine that there's like cops out there who are like, no man, there's no way everybody hates us. No way. Like, I became a cop because chicks dig the uniform, and then they go on the dating apps and they're like, oh shit, it doesn't work anymore. It's not working. It's woman repellent. It's not working. Oh man, our next
That
community.
happened with Trump supporters. They had to stop taking MAGA and their political views and their job titles off of their Tinder profiles.
That's probably a good idea. They should probably just change their views and change their jobs. It's a lot more effective because I think on the first date you'll realize all of those fucking things. So, Gato.
Unmute. Okay. What's up?
Hey.
Doing it from the Alberto's Mexican food because you know a bitch always hungry. I'm a little scared right now because I'm raw dogging life with no mask. So I mean nobody's around, but I'm a hypochondriac, so I'm a little scared. I'm waiting for someone because you know I'm in San Diego, so I always get the, oh my god, what are you? And I'm like, hungry. Stupid ass questions. Karen over here like, oh my god, are you Hawaiian, Samoan? What are you? I'm like, bitch, do I look like a goddamn Girl Scout cookie? I almost throat punched Karen, but then, you know, she had some Girl Scout cookies because little Brittany is in Girl Scouts, obviously. She was gonna get that money. And I was like, all right, bitch. So now we go to the farmers markets on Thursday nights. Anyway, I was just thinking about them Samoas. Like, damn, those are my favorite. And then I remembered that I had a bean and cheese burrito waiting for me. So now I'm just like sidetracked. Okay. Anyway, so but that was pre-quarantine because you know, like farmers markets have been opening up. Like it's been like, you know, we got to wear the masks and shit. I feel like I've like my whole life I've been like getting ready for quarantine. Like I feel like I'm like that bear that's getting ready for hibernation, except my butt plug isn't made of twigs and berries, it's hot Cheetos and Kit Kat bars. Because I'm lactose intolerant, so that dairy will get you. It'll plug you right up, girl. Doesn't stop me from eating bean and cheese burritos. Worth it. Sometimes you gotta get a little bit of pain to get that beauty. I can't complain too much about the Rona though, like real talk, if I'm being real. Like, Rona's a petty bitch, and I appreciate her for it because she made all the skinny hoes fat. You feel me? Like she done leveled out the playing field because okay, there's nothing funnier than a skinny hoe trying to still fit in her skinny girl clothes when she got fat. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Like the only thing that fit me right now are yoga pants. I know, bitch. You better get you a fucking eating dress. You better get you one. I haven't worn pants since 2005, bitch. I be shopping at what you call it at Big and Tall. Or no, what is that? What's the best shop? You know, all the tents and shit, like a tent or whatever. It's all addressed to me. You know what I'm saying? A lawn and garden. Thank you. It's all addressed, bitch. It's all addressed. Because Fashion Nova don't fit no more. You know, and we all know that like Fashion Nova, like all the plus size, like fashion, like Fashion Nova Plus, Forever 21 Plus, it ain't the same shit. It's all the leftover fabric. So it's always that weird ass, like psychedelic print or paisley or some ugly shit that you know you're not going to wear. You know, that lime green booger color. Yeah, no. See, they're trying to like, you don't need to market us. You know what I'm saying? Like we are very visible. You don't need to put us in fucking lime green. You know what I'm saying? Like they see us, Fashion Nova. They fucking see us. They even have like the light strips. You know what I'm talking about? That be glowing and shit. Like, ain't nobody gonna miss me in a big ass white shirt. You know what I'm saying? Fucked up. So Fashion Nova hoes, you better take your ass and lay in Brian like the rest of us, because you don't fit in them tiny ass jeans no more. Okay? You better get you some 98% lycra spandex in them jeggings. Okay? And another thing about being fat, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm fat. Fat girls know their angles. You feel me? Like skinny girls, they still have to learn it because they still think they're all cute. They're like, oh my God, like, bitch, I'm a cute angle right here, bitch. Look, what's up? How you doing? Oh my God. But then you get down here and I'm obscene. I mean obese. I mean obtuse angle. That's what that is. That's what that is. You know, let me get back up here because I ain't finna be on obtuse right now. I'm on the street, everybody. That's why I date tall guys, you know, because that angle, look, this is like 5'6" right here because I'm 5'6". I'm all right, you know, like I'm like a 5 at 5'6". You feel me? But at 6'5", bitch, damn, is she? Who is she? She cute. Like holla. Like what's up? You know, all the dudes are like, yeah, she right. But you 5'4", bitch? Nah, we ain't playing. We ain't playing. You better be feeding me from down there. You better be into this. Into that feeding shit. Because what we gonna do? What we gonna do, bro? What you gonna do down there? That ain't cute. Anyway.
That was definitely time there. Sorry, I got to cut in there.
No, that's fine. I was totally gonna ask, like, is it time yet? Because I ran out. Thank you.
I wanted to see all the angles. That's what was happening.
Well, how tall are you? I'm down.
You know what goes really good with this Reed's Local cocktail here? Some Somoros, baby. Yeah, I got my last one. I've been saving.
Look, he a man after my own heart.
Saving one since.
Holla at a girl, holla at an Asian. You like chubby Asian girls with that Latino flair. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, thank you so much, guys.
Now that I'm eating, I'm going to introduce our next comedian. Where the hell's Shane at? Go.
Right here.
Oh, he's waiting. All right, please welcome Shane. Shane.
Kenny.
Yeah.
You remembered my name. That's how you can tell we're friends. So it sucks that this virus is still killing people. Not COVID, the cops. The cops are a 300-year-old virus, and like COVID, they disproportionately affect Black people. So at this point, I've stopped giving my neighbors health advice on how to stay safe. None of them are wearing masks or socially distancing. And at this point, if you didn't listen to the World Health Organization, I doubt you're going to listen to a guy who looks like Shaggy with a worse drug problem. Shaggy got so stoned he could talk to his dog. I get so stoned I can talk to trees. At least a dog will make a noise back. You have to be on a next level to hear sounds from an inanimate plant. So, between Dateline and watching the news, I am learning that it's incredibly difficult to not kill people. As a depressed white dude, do you know how weird that sounds for me to be asking that question? So, I think cops are into BDSM. Because every time they handcuff and choke someone, they get off. So I see a lot of people are wearing masks, and I get it. Or they're not wearing masks, and I get it. They're uncomfortable, but the alternative to not wearing your mask is dying. I don't want to die, and as someone who's been a suicidal alcoholic, that sounds weird coming out of my mouth, because all of my artwork and actions for the last 4 years have demonstrated the exact opposite. I think I'm a death hipster. I don't want to die now because everyone's doing it.
Protest.
So I'm what astrologers call a Gemini and a Cancer, and what my therapist calls bipolar. So I'm either the life of the party or the death of it. I'm either pouring shots at 3 a.m. going, let's stay up till the sunrise, or I'm listening to 9 Inch Nails in the dark. So a guy who was an anti-bias trainer for the police was protesting and he got shot in the testicles.
Ugh.
Now he can't have kids. While he failed to teach the cops how to be less racist, he succeeded in having the most badass reason to not wear a condom. No need to wear a condom, babe. I lost my balls fighting for black liberation. So it's cool seeing everyone get out and protest. I've been an activist since I was 14, but people are amazed by all the changes happening now. We could have done this a long time ago. White people were just never this bored. I want to film my last comedy special in Israel just so I could end my set with, "Thank you, Palestine." And that's why it'll be my last comedy special, because I don't think I'll make it out of the country after that.
Yeah.
So I got high in my treehouse recently, was seeing my folks, got high in my old treehouse, and this is the same treehouse that my friends and I used to jump out the window of onto a trampoline. Except from the street, the fence blocked the trampoline. So if you were walking or driving by, it looked like a bunch of 13-year-olds were enthusiastically jumping to their death. Do it again, Zach. Woo!
Thank you, Shane. That's your time, man. That is it. Thank you one more time for Shane Kenny, guys.
Yeah.
He's one of those. He's death metal for life, guys. That's what for life, like for keeping
I'm an
people
angry
alive.
hippie.
He's an angry hippie. He's solving the crime of who burned down my apartment by leaving the stove on and then passing out on the couch. Oh, it was me. I solved it. That's like and you go around asking people that and solving it the whole time. I don't know. That's just what happens when I get high. I solve crime.
I gotta ask my dog. He does the fingerprinting for me.
There you go. There you go. I would replace most cops with you and your dog. I'm just saying that right now. Our next speaker coming down, please welcome Michael Harrison.
Oh, thank you guys. Thanks so much for having me, Mark. Appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah.
I hope everyone here is doing well. It feels so odd to say that. You know, like someone recently just told me they were having a bad day, and I was like, wait, there's good days now? Right? I live in New York City right now. I'm originally from Canada, so I'm really earning the citizenship.
Boo.
Interestingly, a lot of my New York friends have been encouraging me to collect government assistance. Yeah, it's very interesting to me. I never thought ever I would see a bunch of Americans encourage an immigrant to collect unemployment. What is it? I don't know. It's such a stressful time, and I'm vain. I don't mind saying that up front. So I'm trying to look younger. I started moisturizing my face, and I know. And I just got this moisturizer that promises immediate anti-aging results, right? So I put it on, and I had this big acne breakout, and I was like, oh yeah, it works. Okay. Thank you. I was also thinking about like what's the ugliest body part? I think it's the ears. I think ears are disgusting. They are so hideous. I remember in high school, my history teacher came up to me and is like, "Hey, can you believe Van Gogh cut off his ear?" And I was like, "Yeah, he's an artist." Sorry? Who said that? Oh, I thought someone said he at me. Okay, never mind.
I think it was a he.
Oh, he. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, I thought you just said he. My apologies, Mark. I thought that was my light already. I was like, fuck, what? Yeah, because I think human ears, we have the ugliest ears, even out of all species. Right? I think dogs have better ears than us. Foxes have better ears. Cows have better ears. Our ears look like inverted Cinnabons. Right? I've never heard anyone brag about their ears. I don't see People Magazine's top 20 sexiest lobes. Right? This is the year of the cauliflower. You're not hearing that. And did you guys even know that cauliflower ears, that's the medical name for that condition. Even the medical community is making fun of those people. Can you believe that? That's ridiculous. Right? Like, I'm more nervous around a guy with cauliflower ears than I would be around a guy with a teardrop tattoo. They know how to fight. I don't know. Even when you think about how we try to dress up our ears, do you know what we do to make them look better? We put on earrings, which means we basically take a fish hook and we stab our ears. And then all of us look at it like, oh, yeah, big improvement. All right. It's bleeding a little, but you go, girl. You know what I mean? That's our thoughts on earrings. I think I'm very insecure because I was a very fat kid when I was young. I'm recently, during this pandemic, decided to contact my mom to see if I could find out more stories about me as a kid. And all she talked about was how fat I was as a kid. I was like, what was I like? She's like, oh, you're so fat. It was insane. I was like, well, yeah, but what about my personality? It's like, you're hungry, you know? It's funny too, because let's face it, like I was only fat as a kid. And one thing I noticed, when you're under 3, you're not fat shamed. People actually really like fat kids. I remember everyone wanted to hug me because I was fat when I was a little kid. Like, my uncles would hug me like, oh my God, I can't feel his ribs. It's like human jello. This is so interesting. And I had a little sister who was very, very thin. And my uncle would just like pat her on the head like, man, I'm gonna get chest bruises if I hug her. You know what I mean? Yeah, all right. On that one. That was definitely a bomb, that joke. Well, good to know. Yeah, I feel like I'm going over time, so I don't want to.
That was right about time right there. There's a natural sense to the ending of your set, and if you feel it coming, just call me too. Yeah. I'll jump in too. I don't care. I'm using this as a microphone now. This is my.
Thanks for having me, though. By the way.
Yeah. You're confused by the he. You got a single he out of Nathan. Nathan he's a lot. And I can tell just by his voice. I don't even see him on the camera. I just know that's him, and you got a single he. Our laughs come in all shapes and sizes here. We don't discriminate based on people's laughs. I don't know if we have any screamers here. That would be great. If you are a screaming, laughing person and you are muting yourself, please unmute now. Like, now's the time.
Join the story.
There we go. I'm looking for our next person. Oh, our next meeting. There he is right there. Our next meeting, please welcome to the stage, Nick Lindman.
Woohoo! Hello, everyone. Nice to be here. So, a few nights back, on one of the after chats, I was chatting with another comedian, and they told me what good advice I'd given. I'm like, oh, yeah, I tried that little life hack. It worked great. And I'm totally happy that it worked out for them. That's awesome. But if I hadn't made this clear, please don't take any of this as positive, like, advice or, like, things you should actually do. Like, even if the body of the joke suggests otherwise, I am not suggesting any other humans do any of the things that I do or suggest in any of my bits. Like, I'm always the before getting your shit together montage in all of these examples. Okay, just want to get that out of the way. So I've been nonchalantly dropping oral sex into my list of hobbies on my Bumble list of likes. Turns out ladies don't really read Bumble profiles either. There's been no change whatsoever. This is the quarantine. I've been watching a lot more movies. You're watching a lot more old movies. And I've been having the horrifying thought recently of, wow, look how young that actor looks when they were 25 in that movie I saw when I was 14. It's kind of jarring, a little alarming. It's gonna happen more and more. So bangs and goatees are kind of the same thing. They're both usually someone saying, this is all the effort I'm going to put into my personality for a little bit. Like, check back in 12 weeks. Anyone else out there? Anyone else out there know what I'm talking about if I say the phrase pinning the cable box? Anyone? All right, this is going to be fun. So, we haven't always had such a wonderful access to porn as we do nowadays. In the late 80s, early 90s, your best bet, the highest possible tech porn was in the cable box. And you found out about this if you had access to a dirtbag older brother. Yours, maybe someone else's, didn't matter, but he'd teach you. Back then, it was analog. The cable was an actual box that sat under the TV. If you bought fancy cable with the dirty channels, it was actually a whole different box. But it was just a box painted a different color with one little drop of solder in the back. And if you knew right where to stick a paper clip, you could make that connection yourself and get the, the softcore R-rated, Skinamax channels. But you couldn't leave that pin in there because your dad would see it and know what you're up to. So you had to take it out every time. And because you didn't really know what you were doing, every time you had to dig around a little bit to find it. So every time you were fucking up the motherboard just a little bit. So after a while, not 6 weeks, more than that, but not nearly as long as it should have been. The cable goes out. Your mom calls the cable company. The cable guy comes over and says, not only have you been stealing cable, but you also been jerking off in the living room. It's a good time. That's what it was like before you had, the whole internet in your pocket. So I'll leave with one other thing that I've been thinking about a lot. It's a plan for the future. One thing that we should strive to be better about. And I really think we should start shooting our trash into outer space. Now, less trash in the landfills. That's a good thing. As fewer missiles laying around. That's not bad either. And maybe, just maybe, years and years from now, after our sun's exploded, countless light years away, maybe we get an alien to slip on a banana peel. I think that'd be pretty good. An alien race from beyond the grave and across the stars would really be the high watermark for humanity at this point. I think we need to work on that. I think we can do it. I'm Nick Lindemann. That's been my time. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Nick. Nick, I like it. Let's send all the police and the trash into space. That's what we're gonna do. I'm just kidding. Hey, Nick, what blue collar suburb are you from?
Waukegan, if you must.
Okay. I just wanted to point out to everybody that's watching across the country internationally, that's a Chicago accent Nick has. That's Mark talked a little bit different, but Nick has a Chicago accent. Hence the Blues Brothers poster behind him. That's a requirement. That's how you get the accent, is by knowing every line from the Blues Brothers, a movie that came out before we were all born. That's fine. You're like, I make some Maxwell Street sausage. Dude, Maxwell Street was torn down 20 years ago. You're 5 when you had one. Like, I'm going to keep going. I don't know what I'm doing. Very local jokes for an international crowd. Please welcome our next comedian, Kelly Snickies.
Hey, guys. Hello. Greetings from Toronto. And there's definitely a lot going on in the world right now. We're all dealing with a ton of stuff. Totally get it. Personally, I had to go get my heart checked the other day. Had to go for an old EKG. I'm fine. It's just part of the many adventures you get to go on when you're in your 40s. Super fun.
Yeah.
Seriously a good time. But I've got to say, it felt so good to show someone my boobs. Really did, because I've been alone since March. So it was good to let the girls out, just get some sun, show them off. I enjoyed it. And I asked the nurse, while I was there, I was like, hey, do you want to see anything else? Yeah, she wasn't interested. No. And I got escorted out pretty quickly of the hospital. But hey, you got to take your chance, right? Shoot that shot. Absolutely. I heard crazy news today. Oh, I thought it was crazy. But Mike Tyson, we all know Mike Tyson, he's wanting to open up a weed resort. A weed resort. Mike Tyson, yeah. Ooh. And yeah, he bought, though, 407 acres. And I'm just wondering, why didn't he go for 420? Wouldn't that make more sense? Just missed opportunity there, I think, Mike Tyson. Like, maybe, I don't know, maybe if they make like a Hangover 4, he'll have the money for those extra 13 acres. I'm not sure, but seems like the thing to do. Man, I would hate to be running the kitchen in a weed resort. Holy crap. That would be like 24 hours of just like the most rando food combinations possible. That'd be fucking insane. Like, you wouldn't have a mini fridge in your room. You'd need like a fucking pantry for all the snacks. I'm just concerned about the food situation there. I really am. And I'm going to assume you've got to pay your entire bill right up front. Because by the end of your visit, are you going to remember? Are they going to remember? It's that is a recipe for disaster, I think. I think indeed. Speaking of food, I've been eating a lot of mac and cheese while I've been in isolation. I do love my mac and cheese. But I was looking on the box and I can't figure out why they bother telling us the caloric content of the dry macaroni. What good is that, really? Like, who is chowing down on the dry macaroni? You know,
Yeah.
like even kids put glue on it before they eat it. No one's eating that dry. Absolutely, it's useless. It would be like telling me the caloric info of the powdered cheese packet. You know, like I'm scarfing that back. I'm not doing that. Yeah, I'm not. And while I'm here, can we just be honest? Nobody is eating the suggested serving size. Nobody. We're all doing the whole box. You know? Yeah. The nutritional info should just be like a giant question mark. Anyways, that's all, guys. Thanks so much.
Yeah. The only thing that you eat the actual serving size of that I found out is fish, seafood. Like, most people don't fucking go like, oh, I'm gonna eat this whole bag of frozen shrimp. I only eat like 20% of the bag of frozen shrimp, frozen. Then my teeth start to hurt. No, I think starting like Mike Tyson starting a weed resort is great because like you just wait until everybody gets high and then you can pretty much send anyone out there and they'll think it was Mike Tyson. Like Mike Tyson doesn't have to be there at all. You just get people stoned. Oh god, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Next comedian. Oh, she was having trouble connecting earlier. I hope you're here. I hope you made it. She did make it. Please welcome the wonderful Pat Griffin.
Hey.
Mark, you're my hero. Thank you for helping me. I
You're
don't know
welcome.
what happened, but anyway, I was working at it a while. I miss those years BC before Corona. I would rush from the senior center to the comedy clubs, and the seniors and the comics all walked around asking the same question: how much time do I have?
1 minute.
Well, when they give me the light, I hope it's not at the end of the tunnel. Oh, I'm 78, and the way things are going, I'll be 80 next week. Especially if it's this hard to get on Zoom. Heart attack doing that. Well, and my kids, they insist upon driving my car when we go anywhere. They strap me in the back seat facing backwards. They call it reverse parenting. But, oh my. Then later tonight or any night, my son will text me, Mom, it's after midnight. Where are you? Should I tell him I'm in the Tenderloin doing comedy? No, don't tell him. Check with your sister. She has me on GPS. As we speak, they're triangulating me. And I can feel it. I know they know where I am right this minute. And I forget things. I forget names. Do you have that problem? There's this woman coming toward me. Why can't I remember her name? I know her dog's name. I know where she lives. She's my sister. Well, what's her name and I are living together now and in quarantine. And my son moved in, and he's very strict. And it's a little bit like, if you like old movies, look up Arsenic and Old Lace. It's an old movie with Cary Grant. Use the Cary Grant one. They had more than one movie. And anyway, and there's a character that lives with these two old ladies, and he plays Teddy Roosevelt. That's my son. And he's very strict. Well, what's her name? And I snuck out the other morning. And we went to, And we did everything right. Where's my mask? I don't know where my mask is, but anyway, we made homemade masks. And what's her name cut up a pillowcase, and I had cleaned out the drawers, and I found my husband's old Speedo, and it just fit perfectly. Well, we got to Costco. We parked in the disabled parking lot, and then we walked 2.5 blocks around the building where there's a man with a bullhorn, and this is senior hour, and he yells, "Spread 'em, seniors!" And fortunately, these carts double as walkers. So we get to the store, we get inside, and we make a beeline for the back of the store where they keep the toilet paper. But there's 3 armed guards handing out these great big bags or packages of toilet paper. And what's her name runs to the bakery, and she gets a great big package of banana nut muffins, 48 dozen to the package. And I'm yelling, "We gotta get out of here. The under 60 hordes are arriving." We made it out of the store, and well, we had to go to the bank, right? And we did everything right. We wore the masks, we had our gloves on, we marched into the bank. It wasn't our fault. Those people just threw the money at us, and they dove behind the counters. So we went home and we did everything right. We washed our hands, and then we laundered the money. And now our son is homeschooling us in poker. And he's
But
well,
I'm sorry to cut you off. You're going pretty long there. I gotta cut you off. I feel bad, but we do have to keep moving. Laura was giving minutes. She was giving minutes way earlier. I just want everybody to know that when 60 years from now, that's exactly what you're going to look like explaining this to your kids. That's all of you. That's what Thanksgiving is going to be like for your kids or grandkids. That's exactly how it's going to be. Sorry, we got to keep rolling. Last week you shared a wonderful recipe with us. Today you shared a wonderful story. It's great having you. And if you need help with Zoom, ask me anytime. I'm pretty good at Zoom. I give free lessons to people. I sometimes do that. I think people are doing live mics now, so it's happening less. Hopefully we get to go back live soon. I don't know. Depends on the governor and the city. I don't know. I mean, nobody's stopping you now, right? Like, you can just kind of do whatever you want. Get on down here. Nice to meet Alex Blodgett.
What's going on, guys? Hey. So ever since I started stand-up comedy, I've been doing a lot of meditation to help me with my social anxiety and performing in front of people. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say meditation? I meant medication. Sorry. Get those confused sometimes. So I had to go to a funeral the other day. I hate going to funerals, and not just because of the dead people. I'm just really bad at talking. Mm-hmm. That's why I like it when they have a memory board. Gives me something to talk about. With a memory board, I can look at the pictures and say things like, "Wow, I can't believe how thin Bob was when he got out of the Navy." And, without it, I end up saying things like, "Wow, I can't believe how far Bob slid on his face when he went through the windshield of his Buick." I'm super awkward, you guys, in any situation. I'm the type of guy who would try to negotiate the price of the car at the wake. It's like, hey, you asking full blue book for that? I'm not trying to lowball you in here, but somebody died in it. Surely that depreciates some of the value. I mean, you don't have to fix the windshield. I'll take care of that. Bob had a really nice smile. It's too bad his teeth are still in the dash. That's got to knock at least $100 off, right? I come to think of it, one of those crowns was gold. So how about 50? So speaking of funerals, I believe in the possibility of reincarnation. And one day this led me to this thought. Do you think if Jesus were ever reincarnated, he'd be petrified of a nail gun? I mean, his dad was a carpenter. Talk about irony. What kind of job do you think Jesus could hold down? My first thought was vineyard owner, but he's going to have to step up his water and wine game. His basic ass blood of Christ isn't going to compare to the tasting notes of today's Chateaus and Merlots. I like to think he holds wine tastings and he's like, I literally put my heart into this. It pairs nicely with the cheese and body of me platter.
Oh.
So I don't know how much time I have left, but I'm going to go ahead and do... What's up?
1 minute.
Sick. All right, cool. Does anyone ever set their friends and family's ringtones to fit their personalities? My grandma got diagnosed with Alzheimer's, so I set hers to Don't You Forget About Me. My friend was on life support, was set to Staying Alive. Unfortunately, he passed away after I wrote this, so I had to change it to whatever Unplugged song. And my friend with Parkinson's is just set to Vibrate. Thank you so much, guys. My name's been Alex Woods. It's been my time. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Alex. I'm sorry to hear about all of your friends. I'm sorry. I have bad luck to be your friend these days and in the hospital. I don't want to do that. We're going to keep going. I want to remind everybody to stick around to the end. Fast Minute Comedy. It's a great time. It's a speed round. And then the last few weeks we've been hanging out afterwards for a couple hours and talking and drinking and stuff. So stick around if you want to. But our next meeting is Deb Mar.
Oh.
Folks, I gotta, all right, unmute myself. I already did, stupid Zoom. Zoom is trying to undermine my whole career. Okay, I need to ask your help with something. Oh, and my dog might try to crash this whole thing. Go on. Go. Thank you. Thank God. Okay. Okay, can we mute whoever's on the keyboard? Like maybe? Thanks. Compromising pictures of me or something. Okay, so. Does this make me look fat? I'm white, and that's the worst of my problems. I'm also a prop comic now. Thank you, COVID. Also, thank you, COVID. I'm doing comedy on Zoom, which, as you can tell, is a little challenging. But especially for white women over 40, because we crack. Unlike the divey dark bars that I'm used to performing in, I'm in close up, and it's usually daytime on the West Coast. So I have to figure out how to make jokes about falling baby face. I used to rock a really cute look. It was kind of Tinkerbell, the Jewish librarian. Don't tell Walt. He hated Jews. And when I'm done telling jokes tonight, I'll go back to controlling the media. I'm wondering what I do in my spare time. What I also do is bang my head against the wall in online dating. I went back on online dating for the first time recently since dating was outlawed. I'm trying to get arrested. Again, I'm white and I can joke like that. That's why they're protesting, and I don't blame them. I'd be out there but you don't want to hear about my medical issues that prevent that. That'll be a whole other. I'm too Jewish for that. It's a really long set. So I get back on online dating and I'm straight and so I just see men's profiles and it's all, oh, you know what? I'm so sorry. Mark, that's the host, right?
Yeah.
What's the warning signal?
I messaged you privately and said 1 minute about 30 seconds ago.
Me, it's my biological clock right there. So our let's see if I can speed this up. Heteroflexible, demisexual.
Demisexual.
This is why they're protesting out there. That's only white people could think of that shit. Okay? It's not like a group of brothers got together and said, let's make things more complicated. Heterosexual just doesn't fully capture me. I need something more nuanced. White people, and we're awful. Last thing, I am gonna go to the protest and I'm gonna bring a sign that says Black Lives Matter on one side and on the other, what the fuck is heteroflexible? Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Yeah. I feel like thank you one more time guys for Deb. It was Deb Mar, right? I want to make sure Deb Mar. I want to make sure I'm saying the last name right. It's like Mar. No, I feel like we did everybody go through quarantine with like a prop phase? Like, did everybody else do that too? Where you're just like, this isn't a stage, but I do have all this shit around me. Like this wonderful cocktail from Reed's Local that's been my comedy crutch tonight. So I would recommend picking one up if you have the means, much like Ferris Bueller would say. Our next comedian, I'm so excited. It's almost exclusively my favorite time of the night when he does his Man on the Street set. Usually towards the end of the night. Please welcome Tristan A. Smith.
Keep it going. Keep the applause going for Mark. I just want to address one thing. Deb said brothers, and did anybody else think it sounded weird coming out of her mouth?
Yes.
I was going to say something, but I'm a little too melatonin light to say anything.
Right, like she said brothers, but I heard Negroes. Like I just want to. I didn't hallucinate that. All right. I got to be honest. Negroes was the last second edition. I was going to say a much worse word. But anyway, what do I want to do? I have a set that I had planned. I've been working from home lately. I've been working from home, and that's been pretty cool. I'm lucky that I have a job. And because I've been working from home, I realize that makes me the boss. That means I'm my own boss. And I've realized because of this, I'm not a good boss. I shouldn't be in charge of anybody, even if it's just one person. Me as a boss, I allow my one employee to sleep in late. He always clocks in late, leaves early. Like should not be in charge of anybody. A couple years ago, I almost died. A couple years ago, Mark knows this, I almost died. I got an infected hernia. I was in the hospital for 9 days. I was in, I had a hole in my chest for 4 months, and I was in recovery for 9 months. And, it was a long process. Part of my small intestine died. It was a lot of doctor's appointments. It was a very scary time. And yet, I've had more white friends check on me in the last 3 days than this entire period. Very truthfully, and I can be very honest. Like I was in much more danger 2 years ago than I was in Chicago right now. I'm glad that worked. I was really afraid. One thing about COVID-19 is that it happens to disproportionately kill Black people. We know that. We've seen the news. Disproportionately kills us. And I think I knew that before everybody else did. I knew that before the news did. Because any disease that makes you not be able to get a haircut is going to kill Black people more. Like that's just for sure true. We never had a shot. One thing I realized in coronavirus is that like a lot of people like got motivated to like make their lives better. You know, a lot of people are like like cleaning up their homes and like being better parents and stuff. I'm not doing any of that. I've actively let my home decay. I've pushed away friends. It's not because the reason I'm on the street is because I have not cleaned up my apartment. Like I would rather risk my death to COVID-19 than have you see what my kitchen looks like. Like that's the reason I'm out here. Let me switch gears for a second. No, I'm gonna keep talking about COVID-19. Yeah, because that's what we all have to talk about. I've been trying to like I'm not in the best shape, you know. I've been trying to work out like because of this thing, because again, it kills people who look like me more. So I've been trying to do my best, and I've been working out. I've been like going on walks and stuff, and I walk a few miles a day. And I realized recently I probably walked about 100 miles since this whole thing began. And while that's pretty cool, yeah, that's awesome. But me trying to exercise during a pandemic is like trying to cram for a test when the teacher's passing it out.
Yeah.
I had way more opportunities. I could have been way more. Like I had 33 years to be in good shape for this. I chose not to be. I'm gonna try to nail it in the last 2 months before anything bad happens. This is not a good plan, but I've heard of worse. I could be in Florida. All right, give it up for Mark Horn.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Tristan. Thank you, Tristan. Thank you. So don't check in on Tristan or you, because he will send you a present. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna steal his joke, but you could talk to him about that. We're gonna keep rolling, guys. We're gonna keep rolling. Our next meeting, I'm looking for him on the list. Oh, there's so many people. Please welcome Noah Saunders.
Hey, what's going on? All right, I'm just gonna do an old hookup story today. We'll see how this goes. This happened in late December of last year. It's a Christmas tale. It's a Christmas tale. So I work at a bar next to the lobby of a hotel. Woman comes down, tiny lady. I think she's about 41 to me. She turns out she's 44. She tells me about her work. Apparently she makes soundtracks for indie movies. They're called screeners. She insists that I listen to this one song. She has very good taste in music. This is a kind of embarrassing story. It starts out like Garden State, then it turns into like a David Lynch film. And then she apparently works as an art broker for a few musicians who paint. Like the lead singer of Korn paints when he's not touring. She helps put these paintings up in galleries and get them sold. It was actually a different nu metal band, but I used Korn to protect her identity. But it was Limp Bizkit, if you must know. So I find her interesting. I find her attractive. I asked for her number. Fast forward, it's the next day. I'm in her hotel room. We've hung out already. At this point, we got nachos at Public House for Chicago people. And then she offers me an Adderall. It's 8 p.m. I shouldn't be doing stuff like that. I don't even drink. I know it's weird that a bartender doesn't drink. I just lie to people all day and say craft beers taste like pine nuts and orange blossoms, and I really have no idea. But I accepted for whatever reason. And we proceeded to have one of those like ridiculous upper fueled, like soul bearing conversations where we like told our pasts to each other. And then during that time, she kind of hinted that it would be nice to have a place to stay that wasn't a hotel room until her condo was ready. I didn't say no. After which we had the hot, uninhibited sex that only two mentally ill people can have. I fall asleep. I wake up. She's just on Instagram, just scrolling. I look at my phone. I say I have a text from a friend's with benefits. It's not even anything super casual. We're still friends, but this woman gets super jealous and clingy for no reason. She's like, you lied to me, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we make it through that, I think. And then she asks me if I mind if she turns on the TV. And I say, sure, as long as the volume's low. I feel like that's a reasonable concession to make at 4 a.m. And then she goes, are you trying to control me? Clearly some misplaced anger. She's mad about the prior conversation. And suddenly all my senses are getting twisted. I can't get a word out. And then it's like we're in the death throes of like a 9-year marriage or something. And finally she goes, you know what? I don't think this is going to work. And I say, you know what? You're right. I get all my shit, my fucking leave. 10 minutes goes by, I get some of the most psycho texts I've ever received in my whole life. I block her. That night at work, I get 3 calls from a no caller ID number, which I ignore. She comes down to the bar. I'm on the floor for the shift. I'm not behind the bar. She waves. I tell the GM what's happening. I take an early cut. I leave. And apparently, after I left, she asked to speak to the manager about me, as if hooking up with the bartender was part of her guest experience. So I fucked a Karen. That's something that I did and that I will have to live with. And I'm bipolar. She was probably borderline. Match made in Pfizer. I'll end with this. She didn't want to use condoms. This is a weird thing to end on. But she was like, what is your concern? STDs or me getting pregnant? I was like, I like condoms. That's what I said. I like condoms. That's my time, guys. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes. So how many stars did she leave in the review?
It's unclear. What I don't know. I didn't ask.
We'll check later. You know what?
She bought the rewards card though. So
there you go.
I don't know.
You can come back in the fastest minute and let us know. The fastest minute will be later tonight. In the meantime, please welcome our next comedian. Very happy to have her, Petrie Mansbach.
Thank you. Wow. Oh man. Do you think the dumb ladies in pyramid schemes that sell essential oils, I know they're calling themselves essential employees right now, and I'm sure they're doing that. In the protest, I guess progress is being made because ABC just cast the first Black Bachelor. Like, what the fuck? They had a virgin bachelor before they had a man of color as the lead. That's true also, but I don't know. Okay, the thing about Colton, how do you know he was a virgin? Were you checking? I mean, you don't know, man. And also, how do you know Colton was the first virgin? I mean, you think Ben's fantasy suite was that fantastical? I don't think so, ABC. I want to be cast on a socially distant dating show, 6 feet apart, so no one can reach over and steal my jalapeno poppers. Those are for me, none for you. I was at Starbucks the other day and I ordered a caramel mariachi. Yeah. And the barista looked at me as if I pronounced it wrong. And I said, no, dummy, there's more than one way to pronounce caramel. I'm definitely right. Yeah. You guys don't call your baristas dummies, whatever. It's like, I don't know. My birthday is coming up soon. I hope everything opens because I want to go to a Mexican restaurant and have a macchiato band. That's going to be so great. Hey, okay, that's all right. That was too long kind of a joke. I was out getting groceries and then my car got a flat tire. I feel like the Corona gods are just trying to tell me that I'm getting fat. Well, joke's on you, Corona gods, because my car has a donut on it now. Yeah, I win. I'm gonna keep my quarantine. I'm gonna keep my quarantine belly. I really like it. I'm so much more comfortable. I've turned into like a human body pillow. It's fucking dope, man. I used to be really fat and then I lost like 100 pounds. It wasn't even that hard because like bulimia works sometimes and that's the answer. Well, that's true. But people think I lost weight for like health reasons or to look nicer. No, I lost weight because, oh my God, look at my arms. I fucking kill it at bingo with all this extra skin. Just like, 69 all day. You're right, Mark. It is a slippery slope into prop comedy. I don't know. I'm in Portland, Oregon. I don't mind being quarantined in Portland, Oregon. It's better than Boston, which is a garbage city. The virus can take over Boston. I don't care. How many Bostonians does it take to change a light bulb? The answer is none, because Boston looks best under the cover of darkness. I don't even have a ground to stand on, because I grew up in New Jersey. And the one time in New Jersey in high school was really weird. We went on a field trip to see a taping of the Maury Povich show. That actually happened. That's real. I don't know how much I got out of it, but I do know that I have an IUD now. So, my uterus is pretty metal. Oh, I got a minute left. My friend asked me if I think the popular dinner theater chain Medieval Times is going to survive the coronavirus, and I said, well, they survived the bubonic plague. Okay. I'll leave you guys on this. One of my biggest pet peeves is when comics are like, this is my therapy. Fuck you, what are you doing? Just go to therapy, man. I do comedy because I have a unique voice and an interesting perspective, because what this art needs is more Jews. Definitely not enough of us. The more you oppress us, the more Emmys we win. I'm out of time. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Thank you, Patty. Thank you. One more time for Patty Mansbach. I wonder what the comedians that say that do they actually do their written jokes in therapy then? Because I don't see them doing jokes that much. So, like, your therapist is getting all the laughs. Come on, share it. I don't know. We're gonna keep rolling. We got a few comics. I'm gonna keep it high. We're gonna go Chip J.
Hey. All right. Thanks for having me, Mark. First time in the room. What's going on? Well, we had another episode with the police last night, and the Wendy's got burnt down to the ground, and put me back in mind a couple weeks ago when we had all the looting. I was really into that looting. They were reporting that looters were taking Uber, which I kind of understand. It's hard to get a 60-inch plasma screen through the turnstiles at a subway, so that makes a lot of sense. If you watch the video, though, some of those people, they weren't really protesting. I mean, they had lists. They were checking off items. It looked like another Black Friday just on a Monday. I saw a woman come out with a generic single bottle of laundry detergent, and I'm thinking, okay, so there's peer pressure looting. I mean, I can imagine her inside, and everybody's taking stuff, and they're like, "You're not down with the struggle? Take something. And I don't really need anything. Okay, I'll take this bottle of laundry detergent. Okay. It's like, I don't really want to do this. I don't want to risk tear gas and a rubber bullet for an off-brand laundry detergent. I mean, okay. What else is going on with me? I actually am a COVID survivor. I actually had the virus. And I had some of the classic symptoms. I had a high temperature. I also had pain all over. I lost my sense of taste, which was kind of weird. I had some weird maladies as well. Like I got a rash all over my body, and my pee changed, which was kind of well. I think my pee changed. It was kind of hard to tell because, like I said, I lost my sense of taste, so it was hard to confirm. But I survived. I got through. You can clap it up for that. Yeah, I'm an old man. You can see my hair. I'm an old man, and it's tough now being an old man. I'm jealous of the young guys that got that full stream. You guys still got that full stream hitting the back of the urinal? Yeah, for me, it's more like a ketchup pump. Squirt, 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 squirt. I'm sitting down. Every time I pee, I sit down, which is kind of awkward at a urinal. But you gotta remember to stand up before you flush or your back gets wet. That's also kind of weird. I have been married for 29 years, believe it or not. Yeah. And what I've learned in a relationship, when you're in a relationship that long, a lot of the time what you're doing in the bedroom is not about you, it's about what your partner likes. And my wife is really into fisting. I gotta admit it doesn't really do much for me, but I think it's because she has really tiny hands. So yeah, a lot of times guys won't laugh at a joke like that because it seems kind of gay, right? Hand up your butt. And that's the thing for us, homosexuality is sort of There's no middle ground on it. It's a yes or no proposition. Not for women. I know women who've slept with other women, still consider themselves heterosexuals. Guys will date them like heterosexuals. We can't pull that shit off. There's no dude turning to his girlfriend or his wife and going, hey, one time in college, me and my roommate got drunk and we experimented and we killed and ate a homeless guy. No, that's cannibalism. For us, if you suck a dick, you're gay. If you eat a dick, you're a cannibal. I guess that's the way it goes. Probably a little gay too, because you could have had a hand or a foot. I don't know why you decided to eat that, but I think I'll leave you with this last one. I've been really bummed about the situation between blacks and whites, but it's been going on for a long time. I remember before the shutdown, I was out downtown DC, and this little 6-year-old white girl was walking in front of me. She looked back and saw me, and she immediately took her Barbie purse and moved it to the other side of her body and clutched it really tight. And I gotta admit, it made me really sad. I think mainly because I had to knock her to the ground to snatch it. I was just like, this racism isn't working out for either one of us. Well, I think that's my time. Thanks for listening.
All right, thank you, Chip. Reporting from a survivor of coronavirus. That is very good, man. See, you can survive it, guys. It doesn't kill everybody. It doesn't.
Not everybody.
Not everybody. Glad to have you, Chip. Glad you made it. Glad you came out of it. We're going to keep rolling, guys. Your next meeting, please welcome Denzo.
Hey, hi guys. Great to be here. Huge crowd here, isn't it? Fantastic. I'm from down under. I'm from Australia. I'm on the Gold Coast in Australia, so I'm in your future. Great. So I know what's going to be happening with you guys, but I'm not going to tell you. Okay, I'll let it be a surprise still. And you know what Chip was just saying then, that would never, all that looting and everything could never happen in Australia, because they were doing the supermarkets, the department stores, and in Australia though, they only allow 4 of us in an aisle at a time. We'd only be able to loot two packets of toilet paper at a time each. And any looters coming in, you've got to sanitize your hands, so that's not going to work with them, is it? It's like, nah, come on, mate, out you go. You haven't sanitized your hands. That's just wouldn't work in Australia, that's for sure. But crazy things happen when you're getting older. Crazy things happen. Like the other day, I went out for a cup of coffee with a couple of mates of mine, and when you sit down and you pull your phone out of your pocket to put it on the table there. Well, I pulled it out, but it was the remote control for my TV. That's sad. That was true. Put it back in really quick. But crazy things happen. But there's also some sad things that happen too when you're getting older. Things happen to your people, friends, loved ones, your family. My brother's got dementia coming on, which is pretty sad. And it's affected me personally, because about 6 months ago, I loaned him $20. And I know it's a bit tough, but every month since then, though, he's actually been paying me back $20. So I think I've scored there, which is good, which is okay. You might think that's a little bit harsh. I know. I keep saying, mate, how about that $20? You might think it's a bit harsh, but when we were younger, he used to take my pocket money from me. So I reckon I got a few months left there. But he's still got a good sense of humor. He's still got a great sense of humor. And he just doesn't remember like anything that's happened like 3 minutes ago. It just goes from him. And I love that he was in bed with his wife the other night, and he tapped her on the shoulder and he said, "Did you say yes or no?" I thought that was pretty good. But things do change when you do get older. Everything changes. Your whole perspective on how you think, the way you look at things. For instance, where I live close to a beach here, and I was on the beach the other day, and there was this gorgeous young girl walking by in her bikini, and I looked at her and I thought, I wonder what her mother looks like. That's pretty sad, isn't it, eh? So, when I was younger, I used to carry a condom with me just in case. Now I carry a spare pair of jocks just in case. Yeah. It gets sadder as you get older. But people have been telling me, I've been single now for about 5 years. People have been telling me, Denzo, you've got to get back back out there with a partner, a life partner. So they're telling me to go to online dating. And so I gave that a go, and they're telling me about all these senior sites you can go to. And I looked at all the senior sites. There's Silver Singles. I even tried Grab a Granny, but no. I got to be honest with you guys. I got to be honest with you. They're all old chicks on there, and yeah, and that's okay. That's okay. But I got to be careful who I date because I live on the top floor of a 3-story walk up, and you know it's creepy. It's creepy to think who you can crack onto. Depends on whether you got one of those chairs that go up the stairs or not. And I know I'm just about there on time, so I'll just finish off with this. I just want to let you know that as a senior, I still practice safe sex. Yeah, I've got a defibrillator on my wall. So that's all good. Thanks very much. I'm
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Denzo. Denzo, you have to pick finding a life partner or pursuing comedy. You're not going to, especially online comedy. You're not going to be able to find both. You're not going to be able to do comedy and find a partner at the same time. But I'd like to point out that Denzo, you're somebody's future step grandpa on this mic right now. Somebody's grandma's watching. Share it with your grandma. Hook Denzo up. Honestly, I don't know much about Australia. I've never been there, but I was expecting like a spider or like a gecko or something in the background to just pop up. I couldn't have been the only person.
I'll have to do that. I've got a kangaroo in the background. Good idea.
There you go. He's got his pet kangaroo. They're pests. They're not even pets. They're just pests at that point. Or next comedian signed up with a really interesting name. Please put your hands together. I almost made him co-host. Hey, start your video, Ian, so I could do that.
Can you really not?
I can't make a spotlight. I'm not gonna make you co-host.
Well, I have to warn you, I am pretty deformed.
Okay, well, our next comedian is Ian. The red fuckface is what he's going as. So please welcome Ian. Woo!
Hey guys, that picture you guys saw, that was a good guy. He was playing timpani for Carmina Burana. Have any of you guys heard Carmina Burana?
Yes.
You have? Well, it's the one that goes. So anyway, I'm from a place in the middle of nowhere. For those of you in Chicago, if you get on I-90 and go west and then drive for 10 hours, you end up in fucking nowhere. My town is so in the middle of nowhere. We don't even have an Amtrak station. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't even have a Waffle House either. You can't find us on the weather map on those early Today shows or whatever you fucking call it. We don't have those either.
You don't have weather?
We don't have maps for the weather. We don't have fresh seafood. Many of you had fresh seafood?
Somewhat.
I haven't. Can't have fresh seafood with no sea. Another thing we don't have is Lizzo. We don't have Lizzo over here. And the sad part is Lizzo came to our town when she was just starting out, before she got big. And she didn't have shit for an audience because no one showed up for her. That's how much my town sucks. Now I'm going to tell a joke that I was going to tell on Friday, but then I got interrupted. All right, here it goes. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Who?
Who?
Oh, you guys are owls.
Jesus Christ.
All right, that's it for me. I'm the red fuck face.
Yeah.
Thanks, Pikachu.
Thanks, Pikachu the Red Face. I want to see that from a flattering angle that we were talking about earlier tonight. That was a very unflattering angle for Pikachu there. That's all good.
I just want to note I came in from smoking and Pikachu was just talking to me.
I know joining the stream right now. We went over prop comedy, and it's very much welcomed for now. Just for now. Our next comedian, please welcome to the stage. He's a local guy. Well, he lives here locally, but he's not originally from here locally. You can tell by his accent. Michael Cooper!
Praise the Lord. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's
Praise the
good.
Lord.
Praise the Lord.
I'd like somebody to explain to me how my upstairs neighbors are still louder than the entire revolution. All these amazing humans have come together to raise their voices so that Black people won't be pushed to the margins of our society as much anymore, and they're still getting drowned out. The sounds of tear gas canisters and flashbang grenades are nothing compared to Bill and his Fender Telecaster playing the pentatonic scale on repeat. The pentatonic scale. That's the basis of all blues music. You're gonna marginalize somebody with their own culture? I'm not so worried about the coronavirus anymore. I did read a little bit of good news about it. It does turn out that initial reports indicate that burnt out police stations have healing microbes which protect you. Hey, we're all learning new things here. I recently learned as a white person that apparently the target is supposed to be my Horcrux. I had a pregnancy scare.
Oh no!
It's the scariest pregnancy scare I've ever had, because I'm really sure that the worst thing for the movement is for me to bring another white baby into the world. Like, I'm from Alabama originally. My bloodline does not, do well with these things. Shit. I also found out about that at midnight. I found out about a pregnancy scare at midnight. There was a curfew. I can't go get an EPT, right? Mm-hmm. You ever find yourself Googling DIY home pregnancy test? I'm like waking my girlfriend up with a Q-tip and some peanut butter. All like, can you pee on this? Get the fuck out of here, redneck. I don't give a shit. I'm having an abortion. You came in with a Q-tip and peanut butter. Yeah. I also got that, y'all know that, pregnancy scare confidence you get once you get to the Walgreens? Where you're like, this is going to be fine. This is definitely going to be a negative test. Well, I got that confidence once I got there, and I ended up buying condoms with the pregnancy test. Cashier was like, does this motherfucker think these things work retroactively? Is this crazy redneck going to try to bring these back for a refund if she isn't pregnant? Yeah, good luck with your non-latex time machine, sir. My brother is a cop back home in Alabama. He was going to come to Chicago to do it, but they wouldn't hire him. They said he didn't have enough video editing experience. I'm glad y'all like that joke. He doesn't like that joke. No, of course not. Also, no Chicago comics like that joke anymore. I've been doing it for 5 years. They would like me to not. Anyway, I got to log off and listen to Freebird while I cut myself.
Yeah.
Thank y'all so much. Best of health and wealth.
Michael Cooper. I guess congratulations on the non-pregnancy, I guess. I don't know. Bring more people in or not. They're only probably going to make it 20, 25 years max on this planet at this point. So Like, you're not committing to bringing a full person in the world because we're fucking it up. It's all good. Sorry to bring you down. That's what happens when I finish my drink. No, so I've been this one's left, so I'm pretty far down. It tastes like Skittles and underage drinking. That's exactly what this drink tastes like. If you want to know, you could recreate that at home with Skittles and schnapps. I don't know. No, it's really good. Highly recommended. Our next comedian, please welcome. I think yeah, Mike, you're local too. Yeah, Mike McCurl.
Yeah, hey. A little bit about myself. I'm actually a recovering addict. There's a time in my life when I was a homeless heroin addict, and now I'm doing comedy in my 30s because I'm still trying to hit bottom. I actually, when I was at the worst in my addiction, I actually made the decision to convert to veganism because I was worried about my health. Yeah, it couldn't possibly be the hundreds of dollars in narcotics I was putting in my body each day. It was definitely the cheese. That was the problem. Whenever people find out that like you're both vegan and a junkie, they have a way bigger problem with the vegan part. Like, tell somebody you're a junkie, you get undeserved sympathy. Tell somebody you're a vegan, you get misplaced anger. Like, I would have actual conversations with people where I'm just like, yeah, you know, I used to shoot up and live behind a dumpster, and they're just like, oh man, I can't believe you didn't eat bacon. My personal favorite was always, oh, you're vegan, so you think you're better than me? I just stole money from you, so. I got invited to a Christian improv show recently.
Woo! Praise the Lord.
Yeah, that's not my reaction, but no, it's kind of ironic because the fact that Christian improv exists means that a just and loving God maybe doesn't. I mean, I don't want to rub anybody the wrong way. Like, I don't know if I believe in God or not, but it just does seem like if there is a God, it really doesn't believe in me either. So, whenever people talk to you about like God, it just seems like they're trying to sell you afterlife insurance. Like, where are you gonna go when you die? Hopefully nowhere. Like, dying seemed like a pretty good reason to get out of helping my friends move. So, I don't know. Like, rest assured though, I'm not gonna be one of those chumps that dies doing what he loves. I'm gonna die doing what I hate. Dying. I haven't tried it, but it kind of seems like it sucks. I don't know. There's no part of an afterlife that appeals to me. Like the fact that I could be possibly reunited with everyone I've ever met. Guys, if I die and go to heaven and my family is there, I am going to kill myself. I don't know. I come from like a really conservative Christian town, and whenever I tell those jokes out there, they're always like, Mike, you're going to hell. No, I say, if there's a heaven, I'll make it in. I'll just have to stand. No, I broke up with my ex-girlfriend. Yeah, she just needed to be reminded, I guess. It was kind of a shame we broke up though too, because like, you know, she was really my type, like brunette, you know, emotionally abusive, really reminded me of my mother. But we just couldn't make it work. You know, she's an alcoholic. You know, I'm a recovering junkie, so we kind of had that Sid and Nancy thing going. Yeah, Sid Caesar and Nancy Pelosi. Together. I don't know. I talked about it earlier. I would never actually kill myself though. I would never actually do that. I think if I was going to though, I would probably start my car in the garage. You know, because but the only problem is I drive a Prius. That would take a really long time. And then plus I'd have to clean up my garage, and there goes my weekend. So, you know, I don't know. I'll leave you guys with this. I actually got some bad news recently. I recently found out I was kicked out of school. I was in analogy school, which if you think about it is kind of like, I guess I'm never going to know. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Mike McCurl. I feel like if you did that with a Prius, it would just make you like dumb. Like you would just be like, just enough carbon monoxide to like slow you down.
Yeah, make the world palatable.
My this is a stupid story. One time I was at work at one of my old jobs, and my boss got a text message, and he was like, "Oh man," and I was like, "What happened?" He's like, "This one of my friends died," and I was like, "Oh shit," and he's like, "Yeah, carbon monoxide poisoning." he had one of those remote starter cars, and his garage was underneath his condo, and he would like
crap.
he would like get drunk and like show off like, here, I can start my car from here. And one night he did it and just didn't turn it off, and it killed him. And I was like, dude, that's terrible. And he's like, yeah, it's kind of a dick. I was like, holy shit, man, I don't want to work for this guy anymore. Like,
Yeah, right.
you know, I worked for a place that was a Ponzi scheme. I worked for this guy in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, that stole $200 million. And when the feds were closing in and when he was getting uncovered, he tried to kill himself by putting a hose from his car to the cockpit of the car, whatever, to the cabin, and then left a suicide note. And he didn't die, and I still would have felt bad if he died. Like, I'd have been like, you know, like, let him rot in jail for like 20 years or whatever. He is in jail. He's in federal prison. In Indiana, there is a American Greed episode on it called Peregrine and the Con Man. You could look it up. I worked there, so you could look it up. That's a real life story for me. And I'm going to stop deflating any momentum this mic had. I'll introduce our next comedian who will revive it. Please welcome Bert Barcel!
Oh my goodness, you were just talking. I just started to blow my nose. So cool. Yeah, hi.
Hey.
Let me try that again. Hi, everybody. My name's Brooke. You guys have been really funny, most of you. Yeah. Pretty much all of you, actually. I'm going to be honest. I guess I'm going to look at myself today. Hi. So just to update you on my lawsuit against Five Guys Burgers and Fries, I've been suing them for false advertising. I'm looking out for the thirsty girls all across America who get their dreams crushed when they walk in and there's only 3 or 1. I'm not quite sure how it's all going to go down. My lawyer says there's a good chance that the jury's going to be hung. So I'm pretty most excited about that. In unrelated news, I'm no longer allowed to live within 1,000 feet of a construction site. I would always holler and heckle, like, that doesn't look like the right tool for that job. Or like, that pipe's not gonna lay itself. Yeah, eventually I got arrested. Well, because my friend, I was like, she's like, 5 guys is a lot. And I was like, yeah, but I'm a lot. Have you ever seen just like one guy like laying a floor or like, I don't know, installing plumbing or going to town on the frames? I don't know. I'm sorry. I've been in like this quarantine for a while. So I'm like extra thirsty. Yeah. And I don't get sick, so that's fine, but I do get cuck colds. If you're not familiar with a cuck cold, it's like a boyfriend that like gets off on watching you fuck guys with bigger dicks than him.
What? Really? Is that
Yeah, look it up.
Yeah.
I had a boyfriend that's like, cuck me, baby. And I was like, what the hell? Anywho. When I was in a 13, I was just worried if the boy around the corner thought I was cute. I didn't realize that like billionaires would give me $200 to give them massages. I think that would have been good for my self-esteem. Maybe not. Might have destroyed my innocence. I was doing some research for my stand-up routine, so I looked up the difference between legumes and nuts. Out of curiosity, you know, like what's the difference between nuts and legumes? You know, like people were pretty curious. So here's like the gist of it. The legume has multiple seeds, like, whereas a nut just has one. You know, I'm more of a Five Guy fan myself, so I think a legume in the face would be an interesting adventure. Okay. Sex is not like porn. It's not. Unless, of course, it's with me. And you're a construction worker. And like all your friends are standing around watching with their dicks out. Screaming, you can't do it.
God damn.
All right. Since you guys didn't laugh at that, I have to just end with something funny and then I am done. Okay. The other day I was like super, super, super deep in thought. And she was like, oh.
Oh.
My name is Brooke Barcel. I'm from Omaha, Nebraska. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Brooke Barcel. Yes, thank you. Yeah, you guys, you think that, like, bullying ends in high school? It doesn't, and it doesn't get better. I work in the West Loop in Chicago. If you know where that is, I work at a tech company, and we would go to lunch, and the construction workers across the street would yell "nerds" and point at us. And these are like 30 to 55, 60-year-old men yelling at 30 to probably 60-year-old men as well. We could go to war over this. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how it plays out, but it doesn't get better. So I think construction workers suck. That's all I'm saying is, like, I hope this next recession that we're in the midst of, we buy their houses at foreclosure. That's what we're going to do. All of us tech people. We're going to buy your houses and let you live. We'll let you live in on the driveway. Our next comedian is probably going to be nicer to construction workers. I just have a chip on my shoulder that I'm dealing with publicly after drinking one of these very, very delicious killer piñatas. Oh, it's so good. Where is he? Oh, holy shit, there he is. Oh, please welcome Nathan Gibson with an A. Why?
I don't have a construction worker stance yet. I didn't think I could come up with one. I went on my yearly date. That's as much. Coronavirus really did not affect my already lack of dating. I personally take credit for Tinder incorporating swipe limits, and I'm 6.5 feet tall, so I feel like I'm really smashing stereotypes right now. I kind of rolled a 1 when it came to life, because I grew up with both mental illness and American evangelicalism, which going through that and then entering the dating world is as hard as playing the farmer from Illinois character in the Oregon Trail. I really tried to push an Oregon Trail reference in, and no regrets. What there is a regret of, dating advice. If you and the person you're dating are both leftists, still under no circumstance, when talking about shit, get to a point where you have to explain what QAnon is, because there's no good amount of saying, I don't believe in any of this, that really doesn't crush the mood. Like, don't do it. That's my great awakening. That was their great awakening. They thought I went on a date, and at the end of it, she said, dating wise, not my type, but can we be friends? And I took that as a major compliment, because I have Facebook, and I have seen shitty comments women get on a regular basis. So, like, when they interact with guys, 70% chance it's going to be a shitty interaction. So before she told me I'm not her type, she had to kind of think, is he going to be a punk ass bitch about it? And she thought I wasn't going to be a punk ass bitch. So I was actually kind of flattered about it. Do you know every Monday's a manic Monday when you have the right mental illness? I am content. Good night.
Yeah, thank you. Praise the Lord. Thank you, Nathan Gibson. I like he sends me church stories. He sends me stories about his run-ins with ushers at church, or he posts them on Facebook, whatever. I feel like every Facebook post, is that not a personal message to me? Are you not just trying? Everybody that I'm friends with on Facebook on here, you're trying to message me, right? This is how my Manic Mondays start.
I'm trying to turn them socialist. It's what Jesus would do.
It probably is. I totally agree with socialism and everything, and I totally think Jesus would do that, but I also think Jesus would be pretty damn annoying too. Like Jesus would be a pretty annoying friend to have. That's why he was only kind of loosely close with like 12 people. Like no single best friend, just kind of 12 group of 12 bros that kind of went to his bachelor party and didn't know it was like a my dad's getting me killed party. Our next comedian coming to the stage. Holy crap! I gotta find him. This is great. I know he's there he is. Oh, he's wearing the hat and everything. Iggy Love Sky.
Oh, nice.
How's everybody doing? If everyone could do me a favor and just turn on your mic and turn on your video, that would be awesome. I'm not forcing you to, but it's just a little creepy when I just know that like Nicholas is like rubbing one out to like my cowboy hat. It's like, oh, we got Maria, Chip, thank you. So I first off, I want everyone to give me some jazz hands. Everyone up, jazz hands, jazz hands, jazz hands. Maria's one jazz hand, because I know you hold, thank you. Because like I used to do all these deaf comedy shows, not Jeff Jam, it was deaf, like deaf. And Long Beach. And they always do jazz hands because they can't laugh out loud because they're always on mute. So we got, okay, perfect. Okay, thank you. So Mark, first off, everybody jazz hands for Mark for putting this on because this show has been awesome and thank you. And then I want everyone to give me jazz hands for Pat for staying alive during this whole show because it's been running long. Oh, you made it! Yes! Yes! You're gonna make it one more week. Maria, what did you order, girl? Are you still hungry? What'd you eat?
Oh, bitch, I ate that whole ass burrito.
Get it, girl. Get it. Okay, so I gotta tell you something. Right now, life for me has been a little challenging. Black Lives Matter is really hard for me because my husband is black. And let me tell you, now since Black Lives Matter, he doesn't do the dishes. He doesn't do the laundry. Every time I'm like, baby, he's like, Black Lives Matter. And I'm like, bitch, can you just pick up your underwear? He's like, reparations. It's stressing me out. Like, I didn't know I was woke. Like, I didn't know what that even meant. But apparently I went from being woke to being the help. This is a bitch. Like, oh my Lord. So I had this idea that the earth is like a plane and we are all on this plane riding it, right? We all got a ticket. Some of us got first class, some of us got coach, some of us snuck on the plane, or some of us trying to blow the whole fucking place up, Trump. It's tough. And I was riding on this earth plane. My mom's sitting next to me and there's a black man by the window. My mom falls asleep on the black man. White woman sleeping on the black man. He tries to wake her up and he's like, oh, ma'am, excuse me. You know what she does? She wakes up and she's like, all sleep matters. All sleep is important. And then she falls asleep, starts drooling on the black man, starts snoring on the black man. And that's when I realized that it is up to us children to wake our parents up. Because if the black man can't sleep, none of us can sleep. It's not fucking fair because we all just want to sleep. So bitches, wake up. It is a struggle. This is real. I don't know. Tristan, where are you at?
Right here.
Yeah, what city are you at? Where are you?
Oh, Chicago, Illinois. Yeah.
Illinois. What is it like? Have you ever been in a situation where you've been the only black person in a white situation?
I call that high school.
High school, okay. So I love it. So you've experienced being the one black man in a white situation almost every day of your life.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 4 times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I tell you honestly, the only time I have ever experienced being the only white man in a black situation, can you guess?
Your wedding.
Your fiance's family or your husband's family reunion?
No. There were other white people. I was the only white person in the building. I was in prison, bitches. I was in prison. I was in New Orleans. I was in prison. I walked in. It was gay pride, and I showed my butt for beads. And these police officers jacked me and started like throwing me around and choking me out. And I was like, "Bitch, what are you doing? I'm white."
What are you doing? I'm white.
Too soon, too soon, too soon. But I was so entitled that they threw my ass in the paddy wagon, took me down to Orleans Parish Prison. And I walk into prison and all I hear is, "The white, yeah, you're gonna be mine tonight, yeah." And that weren't just the fucking officers, man. Real. Okay, jazz hands if anyone's ever gone pee in prison. Has anyone ever peed in prison? Tristan, you've ever peed in prison?
I've never been in a prison.
That was
Come on. Like,
you got to save it for the fastest minute, man. I got to call it there. It was a little bit.
Peed in Cali plenty of times.
It's coming up soon, and I think Tristan will have a rebuttal to that question before your fastest minute too.
Question for the one black man in this stream.
Can I just say one thing? Can I just say one thing?
I don't know who this is. Yeah, you can say one thing.
Chip, Iggy, I'm black too, just so you know.
I can't hear who's talking.
That's Chip. I'm a black man as well.
Oh my gosh, you were on Frozen. I didn't know you were that. Thank you, you're moving now. Like Frozen, I was like, wait a minute, that's just his screensaver. I was like, what happened with the?
I need to stand up down.
I think.
Oh! I'll show you my hair.
We're gonna get. I'll just say one thing. In Chicago, I've been in situations where I've been the only white guy in the room before. Like exploring restaurants in different parts of the city, and I've been in restaurants where I was the only white guy, and the only time I've ever been afraid was when I walked into a Russian restaurant, and me and my wife were the only like white American people there. A room full of fucking Russians that look like me than anywhere else in the city right now. I'll just tell you that it was fucking like it's like dudes in soccer, like they're wearing like they just played soccer, and then they're also drinking like they were at work for 12 hours. I'm gonna keep rolling, guys. We're gonna keep it going. Hey, Chip. Yeah, Chip. I didn't know you were black either, but no, I'm glad that
it happens a lot on these Zoom shows that people don't realize that I'm black. So.
Hey, really?
People might not know Adam. Adam is a.
I knew the whole time.
Yeah, I figured you did. So it's really funny when I do some race jokes. People are like, "Hey, can he say that? Can he be saying that?"
Oh shit, Mark accidentally got kicked out of the room, so now I'm the host. Let me see who's next.
Mark was mentioning my name. I have Judar, not Black Tar.
Okay, so we just had Iggy. Kurt Seablom is coming up. Kurt, are you ready?
Yeah, sorry, I was muted.
Cool. Does anybody know how the fuck I make him the spotlight? I have no clue how to do that.
I think it has does it.
In the corner of his video.
All right, let me look up Kurt's name. This is gonna be really fucking ghetto.
All right, everybody, individually set yourself to speaker view and
find his box and click in the top right. You'll see a blue box will open up.
All right, let me try that.
How did the one person who knows the most about Zoom get kicked out of the Zoom?
Find his box.
It's not even giving me that option either. Like, this is terrible. This is truly the worst situation.
This is just like the worst customer service call ever.
What if we just all leave this Zoom? I think
I
that's
clicked
we saw.
button, but it didn't make him the main speaker.
Right.
But then I tried the other thing.
Also, this is being streamed live to Facebook, so we're all struggling right now.
It's
great. If you all say, "Why does the feather skip as a board?" It'll float to the top.
If you put your finger in the top right corner of his box.
That's what she said.
I'm in the right corner of Kurt's box, and it's doing fucking nothing.
When you press you're not getting a blue box. You should get a blue box. Should open up.
I'm literally nothing on my screen is happening.
Ian,
Tristan, are you near a bathroom?
Huh? Ian, I believe you're the host.
Me?
Are you near a bathroom?
That's what I said. Was it red?
Why am I the
host?
host?
Go to the bathroom.
Just go to the bathroom right now and hope it gets solved.
Get in front of the mirror and say Kurt Seablom's name 3 times.
Oh, wait a minute. You know who the host is? It's Ian. You're right. It's Ian. Ian's the
That's what
red
I'm
fuck
saying.
face.
Am I
Oh,
the
Ian's the
host?
host?
How
Oh,
do I
shit.
get rid of
Okay.
this?
Then why the fuck am I on Spotlight?
I don't know.
I think because you're talking, it does that automatically.
Yeah.
Kurt
No,
should
this is
start
fun.
talking.
All right, so
Who's
Ian, you got to
supposed be
save us.
host?
Ian.
There's a fucking sniper on my forehead.
Hold on, wait. Mark just sent me a message on Facebook saying, "Coming back, it died." I don't know. What
Oh,
that
you're
means.
living.
Okay.
Oh, thank you for the
Oh yeah,
song.
thank
I want to be
you.
You know,
host.
this is why we can't have a
Ian.
revolution.
Ian.
We couldn't even run a fucking open mic.
Yeah.
This is why we
Ian.
can't have a revolution.
Ian, give a
This
host
shit
to Brooke.
proves it.
Give the host to Brooke. Brooke,
Why?
come host.
Thank you.
Come host, please.
Okay.
Ian, make Brooke the host.
Sure.
Is he
Okay.
capable of doing that?
I believe
Is
he
this
is.
really okay for you, Ian?
Brooke, you're the host
Shut
now.
up, Brooke.
I
Okay,
think
yeah,
I
just
stood up too
Yeah.
fast.
All right.
I'm busy.
Here we go.
And
Stop,
then let's
stop, stop.
unspotlight Tristan and spotlight Kurt.
Okay, so Kurt's up next. Brooke.
All right, so I'm looking down at the list, and we just
Yeah,
had Iggy. So
I
let's
know,
give
it's-
Iggy
it's
one more round of
Kurt
applause. I
Seablog.
think he did an excellent job.
All right.
Hey.
Yeah. And our next comedian, he's actually been to my open mic, which is called the
Sweet.
Backline Open Comedy Open Mic. Just a small plug since I'm a host right now. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the stage, the next comedian, Kurt Seablong.
Hey.
Heck, I'm here. I got
All
it.
right. And that's my
Okay.
time. Thanks. All right. So I've got 5 kids, and 4 of them are girls. And as a dad, I raised them all the same, whether they're boys or girls. I was hoping my 12-year-old girl would be the first professional pitcher for MLB. But then when she was 12 years old, she was going to her game. And she said, "Dad, these baseball pants make my butt look fat." Because that's the same thing Babe Ruth used to say. Not the Babe Ruth, you guys, a different Babe Ruth. But yeah, at that point I knew I didn't want to do baseball anymore. But one of the things I do like doing with kids too is launching rockets.
No. Okay.
So the thing is though, with 3 girls, you end up with a lot of pink rockets with purple racing stripes. You think it looked phallic before? Just picture a pink rocket, purple racing stripes. Not a good look. It's like, well, how about heart stickers? You've done enough. Yeah, a lot of Wang looking rockets. So anyways, to go to this empty field to launch our rockets, and my 12-year-old said, "Isn't this illegal? Launching rockets here? Is that a lot? I mean, don't we need permission?" Technically, it's illegal, yeah, but it's for science, so it's okay. She said, "Oh, yeah, like North Korea." Not like North Korea. See, the point of that is we don't listen to NPR anymore. I miss All Things Considered. Even though it was an empty field, and these rockets only went about 1,800 feet up, we still managed to lose quite a few of them. And I would try to go out there first before them to go to find the rockets, because there's all kinds of weird crap out there. Right? I mean, needles, condoms. Not everyone's out there to launch rockets, But I mean, I can just imagine one of my daughters just picking up a condom and being like, "Oh, look at this weird looking parachute. Must have been a small rocket." Well, 2 things. That was probably an average size rocket. Okay, that rocket was probably sized just fine. But also, second thing, we gotta go home and sanitize your eyes and your hands. I'm really happy now too that a lot of different countries are starting to get into this. I grew up in the 80s and it was all just Russia and US. It was very white, right? Very face racist. And now I got China, India. I'm really curious to see what some of these other rockets are gonna look like from other countries, like South Africa. I think it would look really badass if they had a rocket with tiger stripes on it, or maybe one from Norway, like wood grained and a dragon head on it, like a Viking ship. Thanks, Brooke. And then if King Jong-un has another accident again, and maybe sister takes over and we have a female dictator over there, maybe we can finally have some pink rockets. being launched in the ocean again, right? For science, because that's what Albert Einstein wanted. Not the other Albert Einstein, a different Albert Einstein. Anyways, guys, I'm almost at 4, so I'm going to give it 15 seconds back to the room. Thanks a lot. Have a good night, guys.
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kurt Seabaum. Thank you. Usually when my computer dies during a work meeting, I quit working for the day. I don't even try to fucking turn it back on. So I'm here back for you guys. I love you guys. I'm sorry about that. I failed as a host. You can take away any confidence you gave me. And Brooke, thank you. I heard that you're running it. You rallied the troops up, and we'll get through this together, guys. We could do this. It's like when I'm in the bathroom. It's like when I have a bathroom emergency in person at a mic. It happens almost weekly. If you've ever been to reads, I usually get sick because I'm so hungover from my Saturday night that I can barely make it through some sets, and I usually take a comedian that I trust to do a longer set. Guys, we're just gonna keep going, guys. Our next meeting. Please welcome Michael Shue.
Yeah.
All right. Hi. I've started working out lately, which has been a total waste of time because girls don't care
Yeah.
about muscles. They're not like, oh, you know what was making you undateable before that you now have abs. That's not like a line I've ever heard a girl say. You were just missing abs before, but now you're perfect. Now you're great. Now your biceps are in. Yeah, you're fuckable now. Before, no, your personality didn't mean shit. You're nothing. So I'm not gonna work out anymore because it's not worth it. And the other reason is because I live in Chicago, where I'm only able to show that hard work off for 3 months, and then I gotta put it away for 9 months. It's not worth it at all. If I was in LA, I'd be like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's work out, let's show our bodies to each other. But in Chicago, it's like we're gonna be wintered up in fucking September. So let's not. Let's just bulk up and get fat. And who cares? Hey, that's a body positive joke for those people out there counting. That is 1 for the body positivity. That will be the only one that you're getting tonight. So you can stop counting, actually. That's it. Let's see. I don't think in the future that we're actually going to become less racist. I do think that we're going to become more racist. And that's because I think if people marry like interracially, we're just going to get more specific with our racism. Like you're going to be like, oh, you didn't like Jews before? Well, wait until you meet the triracial Jew, Chinaman, German mix. That's a real traitor to this country. You do not want to see those guys. They are deadly. And then you're just getting like international. You're gonna like a Canadian Australian hybrid creature whose worst enemy is some Filipino Korean guy who lives in Belarus for some reason. And yeah, I think you're not gonna get less racism. You're just gonna get more specific racism. Not a happy thought. Not a happy thought. I'm not here to fill your head with happy thoughts, people. Just here to tell you my thoughts. Okay, if they're happy, so be it. If they're not, so be that. I like to joke about. No, I'm not gonna joke about that. So I guess I don't like to joke about that. I don't really understand the hatred for prop comedy. I'm just kind of spitballing here, though. I don't do prop comedy, but it seems like people are mad that something is funnier than them. It's like, yeah, maybe if you like pulled up a prop and you got a laugh, I guess it's a gig, like a gimmick. But does it? I mean, like, just be funnier then. Like, don't be mad that a joke is funnier than you. I don't know. It just seems like a big insecurity thing. It's like you're okay with Jeff Dunham and puppets, but everything else is bullshit. It doesn't make any sense. So that's just something I've been just thinking about. And like Jolly Bean does bears, but we like Jolly Bean. So it's like it's very like selective in what we choose to hate. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. What else was I gonna say? 1 minute left. Oh yeah. Okay. So my roommate is disgusting. The tub was full of hair, and I asked him. I go, or he goes, he comes up the stairs. He's like, hey, did you enjoy my pubes in the tub? I was like, please tell me you're joking. Those aren't your pubes in the tub. He goes, mostly it's chest hair. Okay, thanks, guys.
Yeah. I think everyone should end their set with just panning to the ceiling just to walk off stage. I like that. I think
Sorry.
it was ironic that you mentioned Jeff Dunham. Hey, Quaslo, did he sign up tonight? Adam.
He's doing 15 minutes as
Yeah.
per usual.
It's an ongoing thing. Jeff Dunham has signed up for like a couple of years straight, and he just fucking leaves before his set. It's so frustrating.
What the fuck is wrong with that guy?
I don't know why he even bothers to show up just to leave. Like, I offered a bump, and he's like, "No, man," and then he just fucking leaves. Our next comedian, please welcome Calamarulo.
Yeah.
Thank you. Nice. I gotta put myself in gallery view because I have a tendency to just fucking stare at myself anyway when I'm doing this because I figure gallery view you're less likely. But I don't know. I feel like when you're talking to anyone, especially with Zoom mics, I always stare at myself. And it's not because like I want to particularly stare at myself. It's just because like I'm afraid of your faces if a joke goes badly. You know, like I was doing a joke the other day, and the guy in the square next to me just starts going. And I was like, oh man, I hope he's just like not even watching the Zoom. He's just watching like a game of tennis he's losing money on right now on YouTube instead. Yeah, because his head's going back. Anyway, let's see. I love Bob Dylan, and I went to see him in concert a little while ago before quarantine, and it was an interesting concert, man. Because there's a few weird things about it. I went and there was a signer to translate the lyrics to deaf people on the stage. Which, I mean, for one, it doesn't say a lot about Dylan's voice that he has a big deaf following, and also the signer, while they were translating the music, was dancing. And I was like, don't dance, man. That totally looks like you're bragging to the deaf people that you can hear the music and they can't right now by dancing to the music. Maybe you gotta be there. All right. I don't know. I thought that was good. All right. The only thing as well was that, like, because it was Dylan, like, the deaf people probably did understand what the lyrics were better than the people who could actually hear him. Because like live especially, Dylan sings as if he can't wait to stop singing again. You know, he's like you know when you're a kid and you did something bad at school, and you I forgot what the analogy was. Fuck it. Anyway.
Even young people.
Shit. There was more to that. Fuck, I wrote it down and everything, and this just looks like fucking an Egyptian hieroglyphics to me right now. All right. What else do I want to do? When I was a kid, I played a lot of video games when I was a kid, and I don't know if video games make you like more violent, but they definitely make you like angry as shit at your video game. Like I remember I had like a Game Boy, and looking back to like how I used to treat my Game Boy, I kind of treated it as if I was like an abusive husband, because I just like throw it around and shit, and then like 5 minutes later I come back to it like, no, please, I love you, you know. Like you know, people come around and I'd like have like a cracked screen, and they'd be like, why is the Game Boy screen cracked? And I'd be like, it slipped and fell is what happened. I would fucking shout at that thing as well. Alone in my room, but the problem was my mom is a singing teacher. She teaches at the house, so I'd just be screaming at my video games in my room, and then I walk out my door, and you know, like her next pupil is just sitting right there waiting for her lesson, and I'm like, did you hear anything? Like, yeah, I heard everything. You know? Yeah, that's my time. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Callum. Thank you, Calamarulo. Yes, I like it. No, yeah, anyone can enjoy music if you can hear it or feel it or whatever. Or even, I mean, you could, if you're a musician, you could probably read sheet music and even still enjoy it too.
Yeah, someone did explain to me once they can feel the vibrations, but I was like, yeah, but I like my joke. So.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? We fact checked here, but you could ignore all the fact checks. That's one thing I like to do is fact check our jokes. Our next comedian coming up, I'm very excited. He's a local guy. Please welcome Adam Quaslo.
Yeah. Thank you. By the way, Callum, I felt the vibrations of the music once when I was in the back row of a Ted Nugent concert. Did not enjoy that. I cannot wait until I'm saying less COVID-19, more COVID-19. Let's go. Like I just remember when at the beginning of this, when people found out that the virus originated in China and they used that as an excuse to be super fucking racist. Like people wouldn't eat at Chinese restaurants because they heard the virus originated in China. Let me tell you a little secret. Nothing you have ever ordered at a Chinese restaurant was Chinese. Okay? The leeks were from Indiana. Crab Rangoon is from San Francisco. You're safe. All right? I think Panda Express is banned from China for imitating authorities. You know, and it's been a while since I've done this joke. This is the most offensive joke I've ever written, but buddy of mine, very close friend of mine, told me he was in bed with a woman and she turned to him and said, "Fuck me with that slave dick." He's black. Spoiler alert. But what's crazy is that turned him on. Like, it's the darkest. Some people are defeated. He's into the darkest moment in his race's history. I'm not. I'm in bed with a woman, and she turns to me and says, "Fuck me with your 6 million dead dicks." That's gonna turn me way off. All right. Especially because, like, you guys haven't seen my dick, but it's like 30,000 at most. Okay. By the way, 6 million, that's important. That's the Holocaust number. Every atrocity has a number, right? Like the Holocaust has 6 million, the Twin Towers have 9/11, and the Rwandan genocide has 1 Oscar for Don Cheadle. Speaking of the Holocaust, in case you can't tell by my hair, I'm Jewish. And at least I can't speak for everybody, but for me, growing up in a largely Jewish town, I've been taught about the Holocaust in depth my entire life. Like when I got to high school, all of us Jewish kids, they were teaching us World War II. We were just like, wake me up when you get to Japan. That's the only part they didn't tell us. Well, what about Poland? We know about Poland. We've all met Brad's grandmother. We fucking know about Poland.
Yeah.
And it just, like, it resonates with me now because whenever we talk about the Holocaust, there's a thing we say called never again, right? And that doesn't just go for us. Like, that's why I support these protests. That's why I was against those kids being caged at the border, because when we're taught about it, we're not taught about it so we can see somebody else suffer and go, it's not that bad. I'm reworking an old joke, and yeah, I need to find where the punchline is on that now. But anyway,
I'm dying up here.
Anyway, Sonic the Hedgehog has like the hottest calves in movies. Have you guys seen that movie? So fucking stupid. I yield my time.
Yeah. Thank you, Quaz. Good to see you. I want to point out for people that don't know Adam, he doesn't smoke or drink. That he's just that sickly. Corona.
I just have a shitty body.
Just constantly a battle to survive. I think we have a comic on the list. I don't think James is here. I don't see James on the list. I don't see him, so we're gonna keep rolling through. We got 2 more before the fastest minute in comedy. Please welcome. I think Nicholas G is here. Yeah, Nicholas.
I'm here.
Woo.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Whoops. You guys see this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So I put together a nice PowerPoint for you guys. But first, I have a quick plug. So I live in Tokyo, and I'm a student here. And I want to quickly talk about the Tokyo Institute of Technology, abbreviated TIT. But there's nothing funny about TIT because it has this great program that helps out underprivileged children here in Kanto. Kanto being the region Tokyo is in. So this program is the Tokyo Institute of Technology Teaches Youth Foundation for Underprivileged Children in Kanto. So for more information, you guys can check out tittyfuck.edu. or listen to some of these testimonials. Tittyfuck allowed me to get a huge load off my chest. Anonymous. Tittyfuck allowed me to get a huge load on my chest. Ha, tits, Mike. So I was on the internet and I saw these guitar picks that say kind of these cute, clever musical things like I'd pick you every time, or without you, life would be flat. So I said, hey, I'm going to make something. So I made You're a Major Pussy. And I can't be seen with you. You're a minor. So one of my life goals is to make a movie about the Wimbledon Cup and the two women fighting in the final match for the cup. And I'm going to call it Two Girls, One Cup. This is a name here in Japan, Imao, and it's made of these two characters here. And it's not a particularly funny name, and it's not funny to name your pharmacy after this name, but it's a little funny to me on Google Maps when it looks like Laughing My Ass Off Pharmacy. Not as funny as Laughing My Ass Off Funeral Home. Next time I have a job interview and I'm asked to describe myself in one word, I'm going to flip the fucking table and say unpredictable. All right. I saw this on Wikipedia, Hurricane Karen. I thought this was kind of funny, but I found an actual news brief regarding this. And it went like, Hurricane Karen blazed into the Gulf Coast, stopping at Kingston, Jamaica, to immediately talk to a manager at Starbucks and complain about the minorities. All the while referring to herself as a taxpayer. She's been upgraded to a Category 5 bitch. Americans haven't seen this much carnage since 2016's Hurricane Donald, who was easily recognizable by the awkward pale ring around his eye.
Yes.
Here's some advice for you guys. Gradually increase the amount of water you drink every day to build up a tolerance to drowning. Get married on February 29th leap year, so you only have to remember an anniversary once every 4 years. Here's some advice for a great breakfast involving my favorite women. It's Aunt Jemima's pancakes and Mrs. Buttersworth syrup and a cup of coffee, and I call it Two Girls, One Cup.
Hey.
The best part of waking up is 2 girls and 1 cup.
All right. Okay. Here's my last question for you guys. How many letters of the alphabet do you guys think that the Romans crucified people on before they settled on the lowercase t? So the T puts you in classic pose here, but what if they chose the X? And what if Jesus Christ died for everyone's sins in a spread eagle? What if they chose an A and we ended up with twerk Jesus? So I made
Christ twerk.
Let me see. So I made a simulation of what I think this might have been like. Okay. That's all.
Yeah. Thank you. The Lamborghini is an Italian car, so it's completely accurate. I love it. I just want to point out. I just want to show something. This was a real place in Chicago, and I just saw that it closed. But this was a real funeral home. It was the Holler Pack. I'm not kidding. It was just on the street for me on Elston. This existed, and I took pictures of it every time and went like, who fucking buries a grandmother?
Mark,
Well, not
Mark.
enough people because it closed, so that doesn't exist anymore. Thank you,
Mark,
Nicholas.
you know
That
the
was
worst
awesome.
name?
Thanks.
The worst name business in Chicago history.
Worst named in Chicago history?
This
See,
was
wait.
the thing when I first moved here. It was a Chinese restaurant called Chop Chop Chinaman.
Oh, gee.
I mean, yeah, that is bad. Yeah, you're right.
That's pretty bad.
It
I think that probably takes it.
There's
All right.
another.
Guys, we got one more comedian in the fastest minute in comedy. It's gonna be awesome. Our next comedian, he's the king of TikTok. RonIrvinComedy.com.
Yeah. Mark, you said that the Lamborghini was an Italian car. Are you implying that Jesus was Jewish? Is that that he was Italian? Is that what you were saying?
Well, the Romans killed him,
Romans.
right?
Okay, I'm just gonna choose to believe that Jesus was Italian. That's how I'm gonna live my life.
Why not?
Which, speaking of which, the only two things I really have going on that I want to talk about. So, one, for the few people in here who know me, I'm moving to New York in August. I signed a lease there, so that's exciting. And I guess I'm tired of everybody in my life knowing that I'm a fucking comedian, an actor, and then I tell them that I'm moving to New York City, and they're like, "What are you gonna do up there?" It's like, "What the fuck do you think?" So now I've just defaulted to whenever I get that question, I just tell people that I'm just really trying to ramp up my racism against Italians. So that's what I'm doing. Which, by the way, feel like I've been saying this a lot on social media, but it bears repeating here in this time of social unrest. Racism against Italians is the only acceptable form, and it is encouraged. So can we all just agree on that?
Praise the Lord.
It's praise the Lord. It's good, and you should do it. And it also doesn't exist. It is good to be racist against Italians, and it's also impossible to be racist against Italians. So do with that what you will. It's just, I live like literally right across the street from my apartment is a really fancy Italian clothing store. And when there was like threats of looting happening and everybody was boarding up their windows, they boarded up the inside of their windows, like therefore essentially like doing nothing. You could still just break those windows and knock down the plyboard. And I just saw that, and like every single slur for Italians just ran through my head at that point. Like I had made flashcards. It was amazing. So there is that. I guess also I can't do. I'm 2 years behind on this. I didn't know this existed till last night. I watched that Rachel Dolezal documentary on Netflix. Jesus fucking Christ, that woman's everyday life is so bonkers. It's insane. She's pregnant, and then midway through it, she gives birth to the whitest baby that has ever existed in the history of mankind. Like that baby came out of the womb with a 650 credit score, 12 Dave Matthews concerts under its belt. Jesus Christ. And then the best part was she had her black adopted son holding the baby. And while he was holding the baby, he just said, "Yeah, Mom, he sure looks a lot like you." Are you fucking kidding me? If you're a parent and your child burns you that bad, you have to give them your car. I'm sorry. Like legally. I don't care if that motherfucker's 6. You guys are driving home listening to Paw Patrol and hitting every curb you can, baby. Did Paw Patrol actually get canceled?
No. I hope so.
I hope so too. Damn. Just a wise person on the internet said all dogs go to heaven except for those fucking bastards in the Paw Patrol. Good times. All right, let's just do the fastest fucking minute. Come on.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh no.
Claude sent it to me, and this was a real place that you could eat at. Is it still open now?
No, it used to be right across the street from Town Hall Pub.
Yeah.
And then one day they closed for redecoration or something and never reopened. I believe the owner was Chinese, which makes it even funnier.
That's fine. I just hope the person that drew this was Chinese as well.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
They didn't just hire some white guy with a mustache in the 70s.
But
and
still,
this
That's
is the
like if
name
I
of it. And
opened
he's
a
like, oh yeah, I
restaurant.
got just the thing for you. Oh yeah.
That's like if I opened a restaurant called Kikes. You're still not going to be comfortable eating there.
Oh no, I don't.
Well, I
think-
would totally be comfortable eating there. Let's
Yeah,
make that
yeah.
100% clear.
I would eat there with. I would eat there with you, Quaz. I would eat there with.
Yeah.
What are the menu prices? That's what I want.
Yeah. If they had good enough potato pancakes, I'm in there.
My other favorite, they have changed this since. There is a place called Color Lab, which is a hair coloring salon, and they changed it. Now the window says a color focus hair salon. When I first moved to Chicago, it said a color only hair salon.
No.
Okay. Well, on that note, we're gonna start the fastest minute in comedy because nothing like cringe to close out the night.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll through this list real quick. If you are here, please make a sound. I didn't go through and keep track of everybody as they left. I normally do that, but my computer died, so I lost it. We are here. I really do want Chinese food right now, as bad as that is, looking at my background. Laura Hogg left, Sophia Javed left, Maria left, I believe. Shane left. Michael Harrison, are you here? No. Nick Lindemann, I believe you left too. Kelly Zemeckis left. Pat Griffin, I believe, is still here. Pat, are you here?
I'm here.
Pat Griffin,
What is-
come on down. You got 1 minute. Go, 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 go.
Well, my son is he's homeschooling us in poker, and I learned that a full house, a 3 and a 2, beats a straight, and it beats a flush. But a flush is no good without toilet paper. That's it.
Yeah,
go.
I don't think I think Alex left. I think Deb left. Tristan A. Smith. That means it's your turn. Go.
I live in Chicago, like I said earlier, and we had a curfew for a while. We had a curfew for over a week in Chicago where you couldn't leave your home after 9 o'clock unless you were like in a certain like specific business. And I'm definitely not an essential worker at all, but I did violate the curfew every single day. I made sure to violate it. I purposely left my home like after 9 o'clock or like right around 9 o'clock, just because I wanted to defy what I thought was an unfair curfew for protesting. And that was my form of resistance, I guess. But one thing, the first day of the curfew, though, I had to shit. And there's nothing like being an activist who has to stop being an activist because he's got to poop. And that's not, that's a real like tough like realization you got to come to terms with. Because like obviously Black Lives Matter, but my bowel was a little bit more important to me. I'm sorry. It was just, I can service the movement in other ways from my bathroom. All right, thank you. That's I guess. Go.
Noah Saunders, I believe, left, but I think Patty is still here.
I'm here.
Patty,
Hi, I'm still here. Hi.
Patty's here. Please welcome Patty Mansbach.
Wow. Oh, is anybody here in a relationship in quarantine? Anybody cooped up with like a significant other? No? No, good. Oh man, I'm almost 30 and I've never been in a relationship, probably because of my beauty. Can't think of any other reason. No other reason. My fantasy is bed at 9 p.m. My safe word is Margaret Thatcher. I lost my virginity wearing my grandmother's sweater. So, "Ooh, thanks, Grandma. Woo! Why did I point to heaven? We're Jews. We're not even allowed there, man." But I don't even think I could be in a threesome because I'm just too ticklish. I know my limits. All right, that's it, guys. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I should have cheered louder. I'm married. I'm here quarantined with my wife, and guess what? She's playing video games right now. That's pretty damn cool. That's probably better than comedy at this point. Quarantines for video games. Thank you, Patty Mansbach. Oh, there we go. We got Chip.
Hey,
Chip Jones. There he is. Yeah, thank you.
Go. So, a lot of people dying from COVID made me think about celebrity death. You guys remember David Carradine?
Hell yeah.
Bill? You remember what he died of?
Hell yeah.
Autoerotic asphyxiation. Right. He accidentally hung himself while masturbating. And, he was in Thailand where you can rent 2 hookers for the night for $7. Now, I'm not saying he should have engaged in prostitution. I'm saying spend the $7 and have a couple spotters if that's what you're planning on doing. Somebody can cut you down. So David Carradine didn't die of some weird sexual fetish. He died because he was cheap. So don't be cheap because that shit can actually kill you. And that's my thought.
Yeah.
Go.
Thank you, Chip. Thank you, Chip. I'll just say it. Chip looks like if Tristan and Adam had a baby from the future. I will say that. I will
And
say
we love
that.
you very much, son.
Mark, come with me if you want to live.
Yeah, I'm like, what happens? What happens, Chip? How do we get out of this? Okay, well, Denzel's gone. We got Pikachu's coming up. The red-faced fucker. Where did he go? Did he?
Ian.
Oh,
he's there.
There he is. The red fuckface. So here we go. Sorry.
Yeah, I think we need to call the British because the British are very experienced in burning down the White House. I yield my time. There's nothing else to say.
Thank you.
Go.
I believe Michael Cooper left and Michael Picurl left. So Brooke Barcel, sorry. Thank you for hosting earlier too.
Hi. I was gonna start with my rape joke. I'm like, abort. Ugh. Luckily, I'm a good comedian, so I always have a plan B. You ever try to take a personality test and they're like, whoa, one at a time, please. I was trying to write suicide jokes, but I can never quite finish them. Yeah. That's kind of stupid. Okay. I'm allergic to alcohol. I can't drink. When I do, I get hives. I get bloated, and I get STDs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why?
I have a nipple joke I can squeeze in really fast. I've just been playing with it. You know, like those jokes that have like, it like comes full circle almost. You know, like I want to put a twist at the end somewhere. But like nothing's quite pierced me. Like you've even been feathering through my notes. But like, I don't know. I've just been trying to milk it. Just really want to milk the joke.
Yeah, go.
Yeah,
Nathan,
go.
you're up.
Yeah,
Thank you, Brooke. Sorry.
So weird story. I'm trying to go to church so I can debate right wingers more. And apparently, if a pastor asks, what would Jesus put on Facebook? You're not supposed to openly respond Black Lives Matter. So this week I went and there was ushers already waiting for me to enter. And so there was ushers who didn't get to listen to the Bible, but they did get to learn that Ronald Reagan and NRA advocated for gun control when Black Panthers decided to march on state grounds. And I think that was probably more important than anything they would learn in the book of Acts. Goodbye.
Yeah, thank you, Nathan. We're going to roll up Iggy, Love Sky.
Guys, it's really tough being gay. Like, I don't know, is anyone gay here? Mark, you look kind of gay. Burke, gay. So like, it's tough because like, you got to like go to the gym, you got to coordinate your clothes. You have to know 50 different shades of blue. Does anyone know what color cerulean is?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, you're on the gay train. You're getting there. Like, it's if you want your kids to be straight, you just get them 3 crayons, like red, green, blue. That's it. Like, my parents got me that like 64 count box, that little like sharpener in the end, you know? Oh man. Like, it was so bad. I was running around the house. I'm like, Mom, you look jaundiced in that chartreuse dress. Dad, oh my God, that tie matches your periwinkle eyes. Like, if you want to know if your kid is gay, just ask them what their favorite color is. If they say aubergine instead of purple, faggot. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you, Iggy.
Go.
You should have seen me in my 20s, baby. What's the next meeting? Michael Shoe, get on down here.
Yo,
go.
I think comedy movies sometimes have premises that make you think more than dramas. Like, for example, the movie 30 Minutes or Less with Me Too star Aziz Ansari and Danny McBride. And the premise is these guys, they want $1 million, so they're going to rob a bank. But they don't want to rob the bank. They're going to get someone else to rob the bank. And what they do is they attach a bomb to a guy. And if he doesn't rob the bank, he blows up. And that answers the question, how do you force somebody to rob a bank? You just put a bomb on them. All right, that's a pretty good question. It's a pretty good hypothetical. Okay, that's it.
Yeah, thank you, Michael Shoe. We got Callum Marullo.
Yeah, go.
My parents are atheists, but they wanted me to believe in Santa Claus, and I think it's because atheists get themselves in a little bit of a hole when they tell their kids, like, there's no one watching you, there's no good or bad, there's no heaven or hell. And the kid's like, so I can just do whatever the fuck I want then? They're like, no, there's a guy in the North Pole. He is determining if you're naughty or nice. But I think there's a lot of similarities between God and Santa Claus as well. If you kind of think like they're both serve good or bad. But Santa is kind of like, he feels like he was God, but if God was like reinvented by Disney, you know, because he's like this big jovial cartoony guy who does not appear to be fond of Jews. All right. Glad
Thank you, Callum. Patty, you are up. Go.
Again. Oh, I was just playing Candy Crush, man. I am just up all night to crush candy. That's just quarantine. That's my life. I don't have anything else to say.
Well, wait, I don't know.
Didn't you already do a minute, right?
Yeah,
I did a minute.
clicked the
I'm
wrong
just playing
person.
Candy Crush,
Yeah.
man.
You did, yeah. Play Candy Crush. Our next comedian, I'm sorry, is Adam Quazzo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Praise the
I'm
Lord.
good. My computer died.
Hi, I'm Patty Mansbach, everybody.
Patty Mansbach.
Quarantine's been going. It's been going on to like. Here's how long it's been going on. If you ever like play that game where you put a fake mustache on the TV while you watch a movie and see if they match up, I've been like this close to doing the same thing with some Rihanna videos and a pocket pussy. So I've been alone. Also, I come weird. Like, I'm pretty sure I can only get a woman pregnant if we're on a slow service. So I'm bad at anything sexual. Last time I figured a woman, she rewound the movie we were watching to before I was figuring her. I yield my time.
Yeah. Adam, get on down, Nicholas G.
Right. Second. All right. So you guys see that?
Yeah.
Does that look weird to anyone? This Mario here?
Yeah.
It looks weird?
Yeah.
No.
No? Okay. How about now?
Yeah.
I hope you guys can never unsee this. Okay. Sorry.
It's like the clouds. They're the Mario clouds behind me.
That's right.
Oh, wow.
I couldn't be happier to bring up someone after that than Ron Irving comedy. So
I need his address to send him a cease and desist letter.
Yeah. I'll just use my time. I think it's relevant now to bring up the fact that I think it was the weekend before all the protests kind of happened and really started to kick off. This mic, many of us, myself included, some of us in this room, developed a character by the name of Gamer Luther King, which was Martin Luther King fighting for gamer rights.
Oh God!
And I think we just need to start a petition to bring that back. That's just my 2 cents. I felt like it has legs, and I have Netflix on the phone now. Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm glad that the only person that shared that outside of the group that thought of it was Tristan, because like it would have been like very poor timing for anyone else. Hey guys, you're welcome to hang out afterwards, but that's it for the mic. We do this every Sunday. See you next week. Simulation complete.